Foundation. And together with you, we're creating a future where every person, every generation gets their chance at an unforgettable moment. Donate at nationalparks.org/foundation.
KHD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento. From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
This is Sactown Sports 1140.
The Carmichael Dave Show.
He's on the microphone when he's not on the microphone. He's playing a song, and when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone, and then boom.
With Jason Ross.
No, he didn't. Yes, he.
Confirmation yesterday that my wife forwarded me this email that says,
Set the screen.
Stupid email. Why is it every time I come here, if I'm on the Wi-Fi, it tells me that this cannot verify server identity. The identity of hotmail.com cannot be verified. And then I get off of Wi-Fi.
Hotmail?
Yeah, I have, I also have a Gmail and a me and a whatever. What do you want from me? I've had that forever. Congratulations. Your son has been selected for the June culture trip to China.
Hey!
Beijing and Xi'an. We're excited to have you join this unforgettable experience of cultural exploration, historical discovery, and meaningful connections. And then it talks about you got to get a passport. He has a passport, but you got to get a visa. We'll book the airline tickets together as a group, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so I have been, my son takes Mandarin. Or Persendarin, I don't know what's right, what's wrong. So he takes Mandarin, and he's in year 3 of it now, and that's what he chose, Mandarin. He chose Mandarin.
Okay.
So Avery did a bunch of stuff, trips and this and that, whatever. He's never done any. So this is like the summer year, junior year, you have an opportunity. If you took all 3 years, you have the opportunity to go. But when they say congratulations, you've been selected, it's like, well, it's not like he's getting a free trip to China, but I guess they have these steep student discounts to go over there, so it's cheap as a relative term, but it's not as expensive as you would think. So what I was talking to my wife about last night, which she immediately rolled her eyes at, but so we're gonna do all this stuff, and he's got to do like all these different. They're fundraisers, but he's going to work his way out there, right?
We had to sell calendars.
Yeah, it's something like that, coupon books, calendars, something. Remember those little leather-bound coupon books you have way back when?
Yeah.
Need those back.
I was so excited, and I'd used probably two of them. 80 that they had in there.
We should have a Sactown Sports coupon book, but make it how cool would that be? Like on our app. And then you just go on the app, and there's all these discounts to all these different people that, hey, sales, let's get a Sactown Sports Keep. Why not?
They're on it.
Why not?
Yeah.
So what I was talking to Melissa about last night was, so I'm switching airlines from, I usually would fly JetBlue, but JetBlue doesn't do anything out here. They don't really fly out here anymore. They do, but they don't. So I'm switching to United to go across the pond. So I have all these JetBlue points, right, that are, they're not, I have all these JetBlue points, and I can't, like, I wish I could transfer them to United. I can't. They have long story. I can't. So I have these, like, credits. I have a travel credit, and I have points with JetBlue. And one of the very few transfer partners they have is the airline that they're taking to China. And I was like, I don't have anything to do with it. I can't use them. So they're all buying their tickets together, right? Okay, I think I know the answer here, but is it a bad move to upgrade my son to business class over there? And he'd probably be the only kid doing it, but he'd be super comfortable. Like, I want to do something nice for him, but I also feel like he'd be completely miserable because he'd be separated from all. That is a hell of a skill.
Why do you keep trying to separate him from his group?
Are we going back to the basketball thing?
Yes.
On the surface, as an adult, that seems like a nice thing to do.
Yes.
But I think for him, it's his worst.
I would not even bring it up to him
like that.
I'm 100% bringing it up to him just so he can say it.
See, now
just
here's
so I
the
can
thing.
see the look on his face.
Here's the thing, too. I'm trying to remember, like, if I was 17, because I did that trip.
You were 17, I promise.
I took a trip to England. Would I want to be in the back with my classmates?
Or would you want to be, like, in a lie flat seat?
See, because you know me, I'd just be like, keep walking back there like, oh, your guys' seats don't lay all the way flat.
See, that's the thing, though. You'd be trolling the hell out of him. He would be mortified. He would probably...
You have your answer.
Yeah, I do. It didn't make sense. Like, at first, I was like, well, she just looked at me like, come on, are you stupid? And I was like, yeah, I'm kind of stupid. In my mind, it was nice. Because I've done that flight when the Kings went. That is a long flight, man.
How many hours is that?
I think it's 16.
Really?
We flew out of McClellan and straight shot to Beijing.
Was this the Drake plane one?
No. That was India. I did not go to that one. This was the NBA has, well, at least at the time, they had 2 planes that they reserved for overseas trips it was the Brooklyn Nets back when Garnett was on the team and the Kings on that trip. And so they're the exact same plane. And Brooklyn got one and we got the other. The Kings got the other. And it's one of those like crazy huge planes. It's basically retrofitted. So there's like the bottom is almost all business class. And then there's a few rows in the back that aren't, but are still like extended, like what would it be? Like premium, whatever. And then the upstairs, this is one of them double deckers, right? The upstairs, that's where all the players and coaching staff were, like, so they could stay separated from the.
Got to keep them separated.
Got to keep them separated, Offspring style. But that was that was when I flew over with Katie, and I was so excited. Like, she's numb to it, and Katie will join us at 9. But she and I are sitting next to each other for the flight, and she was getting so annoyed with me because you got this little.
What is this, elementary school?
That's kind of what it was, because that's how I was. Because I've never been on. I had never flown anything but economy in my life, and we have our own little pods. Secondly, we get this like welcome bag. It's like this big velvet Kings logo knapsack, and it had like headphones for the trip with the Kings logo on it. Come on, man. Like, it had a little hat, little
where are those today?
I think I still have the headphones somewhere in my office, I think. Now I'll have to I want to say they're hanging up. My wife put them somewhere, huh? And I still have, they had a little zip up windbreaker that had like, they made a logo for the Kings in China. That's in my closet, but I'm too fat to wear it right now. And then there's a hat I have somewhere. That you got like a hat, a zip up, and for me it's like anything Kings gear. I'm just freaking out over it. She's just like, would you just go to sleep? I was like, they serve.
Oh my gosh, you're just lame.
There was a thing where it was like cookies will be available throughout the trip, and but it was like if you let the flight attendant know in like advance or something, they'd cook them for you. Like they were like, I think they were like Otis Spunkmeyer, and they had a little oven. I'm like, are you serious? You get warm cookies on a plane. I think I probably had 20 cookies on the plane. I thought that was exciting, but taking my kid over there, or my kid go, oh, and they do have chaperone opportunities.
What?
Yeah.
I'll chaperone.
Go. You and my kid in China. He comes back.
I've always wanted to know about the chicken there.
What about it?
Yeah.
It's terrible.
What?
It's terrible.
The chickadee China?
Oh, you're in the
Chinese chicken?
Bro,
did you have the drumstick and your brain stopped ticking?
What I did have. Look, I'm like, hey.
Why don't you guys have real Chinese food?
Exactly. They don't know how to do it over there. It was terrible.
They don't know how.
It was terrible.
Yeah.
It was terrible. I lost, I want to say, like 9 pounds on that trip, dude. Now, look.
So it sounds like a good idea to go and chaperone.
Respect all cultures, whatever I have to say. But look, dude, they were serving at one point. We went, and I thought like getting like a regular like chicken thigh would be like safe, right? Like the skin on top, it's like boiled. So it's like gummy and bumpy. And I don't think it was cooked all the way because it really looked pink on the inside. And I just kind of nibbled around the edges. And I'm not even talking about the stuff. I'm not trying to be mean where literally one of our guys ate, there was like 4 baby sparrows on a stick. I'm not making it up. Like, I think Katie, actually, I'll ask Katie today. I'm 99% sure the guy was one of the minority owners, Brad Jenkins, and his wife went. He got a sparrow on a stick. I want to say Katie tried it. Katie was all about trying new foods and stuff. I don't want to eat sparrow like the wings were on. Is that if that's being an insensitive American? Like I admit
you.
I admit it, but like I don't know. I don't want to eat anything that looks at me. Sorry.
That's fair.
That's it.
Yeah.
I just don't. Some people don't like things. Yeah. I don't like that, and so I either they don't know how to do Chinese food correctly, or our Chinese food is not accurate. One of those two.
Really?
One of those two things is true. I'm like, where's the egg foo young? Where's the chow mein?
Where's the food, dude?
They're like, what is that?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but whatever. There's a great wall. There's a great wall. It was great. Correct. You know what? It was a fine wall. It was fine.
Yeah.
It was a wall. It was a big wall. Big long wall. It was.
You got all those high-speed trains over there now. We get around everywhere.
We didn't ride on one. It was kind of stunk. It was all buses and stuff. Do they have them in China or is it just Japan?
Oh, they've like in the last 5 years
Really?
have gone like across the country.
Japan has like, I know they have like those 500-mile-an-hour ones. Wish we had those, but in there, that's like a whole thing, right? California. Yeah, I know. Anyway. So I got like 7 texts yesterday from various members of the staff, including Matt George, on behalf of Kayla. I guess he's her spokesman or whatever.
Man, Matt was on one yesterday.
He kind of was. What do you think the deal is?
He was bashing. That's the only way I could use the word I could use. Bashing Westbrook. Like he is going to be a footnote on the Sacramento Kings, and no one is going to know about his time here.
I get what look, and I'm not trying to say he doesn't feel that way. We talked about it in Crosstalk yesterday. I get it. He's trolling Russ FC. He's trying to take them that entire lead.
No, he was saying he was saying in our crosstalk, in the middays crosstalk. Mm-hmm. He's like, oh, I really need to bump it up a level.
I mean.
So why was he texting you on behalf?
Okay, so anyways, the way the show wrapped up is somebody informed me that like our little clappers here were in the garbage. Mm-hmm. And there was a weird thing that happened towards the end of the show where one of our lovely engineers came in and like threw us all off. Because he was saying, I'll leave his, I always respect I don't think he really is an on-air talk about me guy. So I'll just leave it at one of our engineers. He came in and was like, why do you guys hate me? And I think you and I were, what do you talk? What do you mean? Why do we love you? What do you talk? Why do we mean? And he came and he grabbed, you'll notice, by the way, behind me, we have displayed, by we, I mean me and myself alone, a bunch of different things. Well, he took, I think, one of the Sabonis things with him. And I still don't really know, but is it that we're not supposed to have those in the background or something. I never really got the gist of
No one has communicated anything.
But then I found out that I don't know who, but I'm sure it's from engineering, had chucked clappers and thrown them in the trash. And I think Matt picked them out. And then this is on the heels, which has nothing to do with our engineers, of my headphone jack being stolen. And also on the heels, a long burning. See, I don't have a bad temper. I don't. Do I have a bad temper?
No.
Okay.
Because I don't know. Do you want to talk about how you left here or?
That's fine. Yeah, that's fine.
Well, just like you were it was like building up, and I could see it building up, and like as it builds up, you start getting quiet.
Right.
You're moving a lot, and you can tell that you're thinking, but you're not saying anything. And I'm just like, oh, okay, he's mad.
You did a 720 in here.
Yeah, you spun around a couple times.
I did?
Yeah.
Took the donut that you're eating, threw it in the garbage.
Which made someone mad.
Who?
Someone who purchased the donut.
Oh, well, Kyle, what do you want from me?
What, to eat a bite and then throw it away?
I ate like a half of it.
And then chucked it in the garbage in front of him.
Here's the thing. Does Kyle really want to, tape measure? Like, how many of my donuts is he eating? How much of my trail mix? Look, I wasn't trying to be disrespectful. I just didn't have time for the donut. The donut was not my priority. I'll give him a freaking donut. What do you want from me? So, yeah, like.
But it was a good 720.
Was it a good, that's too full, a dog trying to sit down?
Yeah, it was exactly like that.
Because I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do, and also I'm aware that so here's the thing: in the few times that I do lose my temper, I'm very aware of the fact that once I lose my temper, I lose my temper, and I don't want to do anything. I don't want to do or say anything that I would regret or would be out of line, or I don't want to dish out whatever. What did I say? A $5,000 punishment for a $50 crime. But I had gotten to the point because months ago, our other engineer, and by the way, friends with both these guys, especially one of them, he's a real life friend. So this is nothing personal, but he came in here with a box and chucked half the stuff in here, including some lightsabers. That sounds stupid, but a lot of little goofy stuff we have. And it's look, we're going to redo this studio. I know that's happening. And quite frankly, I think it should happen. We've talked about this before. The background we have is uneven. I got the way it looks, even without the stuff behind me and all that. Eventually, I think fairly soon, knock on wood, this studio is going to be redone and put out more as a a YouTube friendly one and all that. You got the thermostat behind you. But it's a shared studio, and the thing that gets me is look, if we want to have a conversation about how the studio looks, that's great. If you want to make changes, ultimately, that's your neck of the woods. But don't take stuff that belongs to somebody else and just arbitrarily chuck it or remove it or throw it away. That is dead wrong. Just don't do that. Right. And so when I left, I did a few laps around the building because I was looking for our friend, and I'm really glad I didn't find him I'm not trying to be Billy Badass. I'm saying I probably would have said something stupid, because what I was going to say is the next time you take something of mine out of my studio or out of our studio and chuck it, I'm gonna go into your office and I'm going to empty your office, and I'll let you know where your stuff is when you get me my stuff back. How would that feel? I would never do that, but these are very similar. Let's have a conversation. This is your neck of the woods. I get it, but it's also a shared thing. Secondly, because they're always talking about the problem is that I'm not entirely convinced they know what the hell they're talking about either is the problem. We need to have a conversation about that. The idea that there shouldn't be any clutter in the background, maybe. But I submit to you Exhibit A, the most popular sports radio television show in the entire world, Dan Patrick, and he looks like he's a hoarder. Now, there's an organization to it, but there's all kinds of stuff, and that's not uncommon.
That's not fair. You should think about other shows. Pat McAfee doesn't have a lot of stuff on his
No,
list.
Not at all. Now, my guess is they're probably watching Joe Rogan or something and going, oh, well, that's how it should look. You think I'm wrong? And that needs to be a conversation. Now, ultimately, we play in Bonneville Sandbox. I'm not immune to that. If the powers that be say this is what's going to happen, that's what's going to happen, and that's fine. Happy to be here. Good Lord willing, help the ball club. But there's ways to go about it, and so I'm glad that I finally just left, and I made some calls to set up today, because today I'm going to have a conversation after the show, and just say, I just, look, that's just disrespectful. I wouldn't do that to you. Jason wouldn't do that to you. Chris probably would, but like, you don't take people's, I don't want it to develop into a war, because here's the thing: doctors, people that handle your food, and engineers, they're the three people you should be afraid of. If you work in the radio business, engineers. Like, I don't ever want to get on the bad side of our engineers. Not to mention the fact they're good people. They work their asses off. And if something goes wrong, they're the first people we call. But this particular thing has always bothered me. And again, it's like we talked about on Monday. This is a shared workspace. And look, I know it sounds stupid when I'm saying you threw two of my lightsabers and my clappers away. But I bought the lightsabers. And they're here, and it's, part of what we do. I'm not going to roll into their office and tell them how to, make the flux capacitor read 1.21 gigawatts. So I don't mind the conversation. By the way, one of the engineers has a fairly popular YouTube and Instagram channel that he does on the side, which is great, and that's expertise we can learn from as we do more of the TV stuff. But I just think there's ways to go about it.
So why was everyone reaching out to you?
Because they thought I was going to like kill the engineer or something. Like legit. Like everyone's like, dude, what happened? Like, did you talk to him? I'm like, I'm not going to, like, come on, man. Did you reach out? Were you one of them? I can't even remember. If you
I sent in the show text group.
Yeah.
Like, oh, it's still talking to Brian, huh? And it was like hours later. Oh, my bad.
Good job, Chris. Anyways, it's fine. It'll be fine.
It's in our chat group with, I don't want to give the name away. Let's just
say.
Oh,
you don't want to give that name away?
Let's just say you and someone with the J. Ross. That's too easy. Jason R.
Oh, that one. Oh, well, I made the mistake last weekend. Didn't I text something? And it was the one with you, with the three of us and Sean Cunningham.
That's Monday.
Sean was in there either.
Why was Sean in there?
It was a Saturday Night Live thing.
Oh yeah. By the way, I watched that Saturday Night Live. And thanks for that, because it was a clip, or it was a skit that I guess, I thought never aired, but apparently it aired, because they talked about that. Because then I watched the clip of John Mulvaney. Or John Mulaney, and the other writer on Seth, not Seth. Seth?
Yeah, Seth Meyers.
Thank you. And they were saying that Lorne Michaels had said, "Well, I hope you're happy." That went out to all 50 states. But it was a clip. This is where Chris and my humor forks a little bit off the side of the road, because it was a clip on, the skit was all about this dog died. The family dog died, Noodles. And the parents are trying to tell their three kids, hey, he went to the farm with the other dog. He went to doggy heaven with your Aunt Ann or whatever.
And there are a lot of avocado trees.
A lot of avocado trees. And then like the smart daughter is like, there's no avocado trees in upstate New York. You're lying. And they kept stopping the parents from telling they finally had to tell the truth, which is that Noodles died due to autoerotic asphyxiation. And
something
else that I won't go into. That's all right. I mean,
I like to find those ones, because every once in a while you'll see like a recent SNL sketch, like, they haven't made anything this good in 20 years. And Jason and I are like, what?
I would actually watch, it did make me think though, I would actually watch an SNL special that was nothing but like unaired skits. Just
100%.
Just go into it saying these are all the skits we have from the last 30 years or whatever that did not make it. Why not? Put it on Peacock if there's like swearing in it or whatever. Not swearing, but
No joke, my favorite sketch ever is an unaired sketch, and I have to go to like a Chinese website to find it if I want to watch it again.
Yeah, why is that? Because they hide them?
Because there's some sort of music thing on it.
Gotcha. Well, see, there you go. Tied it all back in. My son will be able to go to those websites soon enough. We just tied the whole thing in. We'll big show for you today. Kings Rockets tonight, and we'll tell you, could we be looking at 2 in a row?
We could be.
I mean, there's reason to think. No, that's a great point. Katie will join us at 9 a.m. James Less, head coach of the UC Davis Aggies, life coach of ours, he will join us at 6:44 for his weekly check-in. So listen, we got 3.5 hours of show planned for you. We're happy you're here. Hopefully you're happy to be here. Sit back, relax, get a mug of something, and we'll be right back after this.
Download the Sactown Sports app.
Sacramento sports in your pocket. This is Sactown Sports 1140.
What's up? We're talking to Chad Hoblet of Hoblet Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep Ram in Woodland. Chad, what's happening for Chrysler's President's Day sales event?
It's already starting to warm up, and that means we're going to go outside and enjoy all California has to offer. And there's no better way to do that than a new 2026 Jeep Wrangler Rubicon. Right now, you can lease one for $399 a month for 39 months, which includes a $6,000 Hoblet discount.
Oh, man, those Jeeps look so good, and they're so much fun.
It's true. There's nothing like a new Jeep Wrangler. But whatever you're looking for, you can find it at the Hoblet Certified Pre-Owned Supercenter. With over 200 vehicles available and almost 70 under $20,000.
Search, select, and save through their whole inventory at HobletDodge.com. Nobody beats Hoblet, period.
6,000 total net savings on select new 2026 Jeep Wrangler Rubicon after 6,000 Hoblet discount. $399 special lease with $39.95 due at signing plus tax, license fees, and dealer accessories. 7,500 miles per year, 30 cents per mile over for well-qualified buyers with 720 plus FICO. Must finance through Stellantis. 3 is net savings. Sample VIN 205-698. See dealer for details.
When life calls for a little extra, a kitchen upgrade, paying off debt, or that dream vacation, Valley Strong Credit Union is here to help. With a Valley Strong home equity loan, you can tap into your home's value with competitive rates, flexible terms, and local guidance you can trust. Get approved in as little as 5 minutes, with funding in as few as 5 days. Your goals are within reach. Visit valleystrong.com to get your offer today. Valley Strong Credit Union. Grow your possibilities. Equal housing lender, NMLS number 456506.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my site softer?
Can I make my site firmer?
Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side, your Sleep Number setting. Enjoy personalized comfort for better sleep night after night. And now, during our President's Day sale, take 50% off our limited edition bed, plus an extra $100 off all mattresses. And Saturday. Only at a Sleep Number store or sleepnumber.com.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought we'd ever have to use life insurance, but the unexpected happened. With Ethos, signing up was fast and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I'm grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/fast. That's ethos.com/fast.
Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Get ready, Sacramento. The Sacramento Boat Show and Big RV Show is taking over Cal Expo, March 5th through March 8th. It's 2 huge shows, 1 massive event. Don't miss it. Get details now at 2hugeshows.com.
Spring is here, and there's really nothing better than hitting the open road in a new Honda. Whether you're shopping new or pre-owned, Stockton Honda has the selection and savings, plus get top dollar for your trade. And while life's roads are often filled with bumps, buying from Stockton Honda couldn't be smoother. Wherever the road you travel might lead, Stockton Honda is happy to get you there. Come in today or go to StocktonHonda.com.
Anytime, anywhere, it's all here. StocktonHonda.com.
Want the best movie experience in town? Join Sactown Sports IMAX Pass by visiting SactownSports.com. Sign up today. You can win tickets to see this week's films at the Esquire IMAX Theater.
The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
On Sactown Sports.
Campeo, who I don't say often enough, here every morning. Appreciate him. Whether you're here every morning or not, appreciate you. But Camp's here every day.
Yeah.
Love him. We don't always agree, but that's who does. Family disagrees. It is what it is.
I don't agree with that.
He's on here, and he just said, baseball opening day is 28 days away.
Yes.
It's not exactly like this, but for some reason, this is the first analogy that comes into my head. Like, I have friends that are deeply religious. I do. I have friends that are normal religious, and I have friends that aren't religious. Anyways.
Normal religious?
Well, like, that's probably not the right way. Like, average religious? I don't know. You have, like, people that are, like, religious. And then you have people that are like, yeah, I go to church every Sunday. I try to do the right thing. And then you have the other people that are like, well, actually, I run Sunday school and I volunteer 3. There's levels, I feel.
Okay.
And I always say, like, you know what? I'm kind of envious. Like, I have not been given that gift. I don't have that. I don't look down like, whatever. I've been given the gift you've been given. And that is really awesome. I see the joy that brings you. I wish I had that. I'm a little jealous. Good for you. And I understand.
I don't know if you would be. I see how you deal with the Kings.
I would be in church every Sunday like, why? It's all part of a plan. I'd be like, what is the plan?
Pastor, can I stop you right there real quick? I got a question.
The wine is purple. But I see Camp saying baseball opening day is 2020. Yes. It is 28 days away. And I feel I don't know why religion's the first thing that popped into my head, but I don't have that gift he has. And I wish I did. I wish I was looking forward to baseball. You
used to.
I am. Okay, so they have like, okay, staying on the religious front. They have like born again whatevers. Mm-hmm. What's the opposite if you like used to be, like if baseball was a religion, huh? Lapsed. Is that what it is? I'm a lapsed baseballist. I don't know. Like if we're trying to do the baseball religion corollary, which is super accurate and no one will get offended. I used to be religious about baseball. There you go. I would play Bases Loaded on Nintendo, on the original Nintendo, with my friend Chris Guernsey, and we would literally
Guernsey.
We would play. Yeah, what's up, Guernsey? You want to play? Yeah, I'll pick up a couple 2 liters of Mr. Pibb and some gummy horns from Ernie's. Let's go. And we would have ourselves a night. And not only that, but you'd think we were also. You'd think methamphetamine was part of the drill because we would keep stats on paper for 162 game seasons.
I might have done that.
Okay, I'm just saying, man. It was a thing. And then the 1986 year, 87 year, I think it was the ones with the wood.
Yeah.
Corner perimeter, like Mark McGuire, I think was a rookie that year. A few others. Like I going through all of that, walking down to the card shop and spending, I don't know what it was, $15-$20 on a dude. If you remember, I think I've said before, my grandparents would give me a $25 check for my birthday every year. I would cash that, and I want to say for like 5 straight years. I walked down to, it was like TNC Card Shop or something like that. It was on Fair Oaks near Manzanita, or Fair Oaks and California Avenue in Carmichael. And I would walk down there, and you get one of those boxes of Topps cards that were sealed, and you open them, and each one has like the thing of gum, and you put the first like 4 gums in your mouth, and you have a big wad of gum, and then you stack the card the rest of the way, and then you open the cards, and you don't just open them and no, you open them. And you slowly look at each card. And remember the checklists where you could check off and so you get all your duplicates and stuff and you're trying to complete the set. That was a whole thing. And then the season would start. Fantasy baseball. You'd have your draft going in. Dude, it was just and there were seasons where if I wasn't watching the Giants, I was listening on KNBR to every single pitch. Like, just addicted. Will Clark, that was, again, if baseball is a religion, I was like a monk, dude, in the mid to late 80s when it came to baseball. I have perpetually tried to figure out what has happened because I look at baseball coming up now. Is it the job? Is it the job that's done it where I know that summer's coming and we're not going to have anything to talk about but baseball? Is it that I look at
We don't talk that much baseball.
We don't. And I feel like a lot.
And I think you put that in your head that like, oh no, it's baseball.
Mm-hmm.
We talk more NBA in the summer.
We do.
NFL.
Do you think
if you had stayed with the Giants?
Say that again?
If you had stayed with the Giants as a true passion and love, than you did with the Kings?
If I had?
You would have really enjoyed 10, 12, and 14 a lot more than you did.
You're right, because I did enjoy it. I did enjoy it. But no, you're right.
You're dreaming of what that would be like for the Kings, and you saw 3 of them.
100%. 100%. And I absolutely 1987 and 1989, when the Giants won the NL West in 87 under Roger Craig. And then in 89, and of course they made it to the World Series, the Earthquake A's, all that. Like, I could probably remember damn near I could probably name off 3/4 of the roster from back then. Like, that's how obsessed I was. And you're 100% right, Jason. If I was 10, 11, 12 years old in 2010 in that run, oh my God. Like, I was like in tears when they won the NL West.
Yeah, that'd have been your 49ers as a growing up.
Absolutely.
They always win the Super Bowl. They always win the World Series.
Absolutely. But I will tell you, I was a diehard Niner fan, was not as passionate as I was about the Giants. The Giants were arguably in the late 80s. The Giants, maybe it's because the Kings were still relatively new. I was more into them than I was the Kings, and I was into the Kings. It was all San Francisco Giants. Will Clark ruled the world. Robbie Thompson, Jose Uribe, Chris Brown, Mike Krukow, Bob Brenly, Brett Butler, Jeff Leonard, on and on and on. These classics. And then it just, too many games? I don't know the answer. It's similar to, like, why am I not more into hockey? And I want to be Campeo right now going, dude, I'm counting down the days. But you know what I'm thinking in my head? I'm saying, yeah, I'm counting down the days to where it's going to be June 12th, and we're talking about a 3-1 win or loss to the Braves. And we recap the game. What does it mean? Nothing really. It's 1 of 162, and we're in June.
Why do you have that approach when I say December 4th, it's game 23 of the Kings season, a 12-point loss, a 14-point win against nondescript team? What's the difference? There's 82 games. That's a lot.
Would it be fair to say that I have double the passion for the Kings?
Oh, I'm sure you do.
Than I do the Giants.
Probably more than that.
And then I probably have double the Kings' passion. Not double, but I do think that it is factorial to an extent if I'm trying to look for a reason. Like, the 49ers play 17 games a year.
Yeah.
Every game matters. Mm-hmm. The Kings play 82 a year. Each game matters, but not as much as the Niners.
Right.
Every Giants game matters, but not as much as every Kings game. That's the best explanation I can give you, because you're right. You're right.
Maybe soccer, too, has jumped in there. MMA.
Yes, golf. Mm-hmm. I wasn't a golf fan growing up.
Right.
The game of golf.
But, like, you'll watch, like, for me, definitely the majors, but I might watch something on the weekend, like what was this last one, the Genesis?
Yeah, Genesis Open. Yeah, I checked in on it, too. I checked in, I saw
I mean, but that's tournament 4 this year of 40.
I saw some kid named, I kept wanting to call him Junior Bridgman, but he was something else, Bridgman, leading. If I'm going to make a weird admission here, and again, this is always a psychologist couch, this show. Truth, unfiltered. I'm more interested in the Athletics going into this year than I am the Giants.
Okay.
I'm not saying I'm a bigger fan.
Right.
They intrigue me more.
Well, there you go.
And it's not.
Go to a game, watch some more of their games, listen to more of their games. I don't know. To do all of them.
I wonder if the A's actually broke out. That would actually be a really weird spot to be in. If the A's broke out this year and actually, like, contended, and they're in Sacramento,
Yeah.
Like, that would be a heart puller because it's like, oh, my God, this is great.
Yeah.
It's in Sacramento. This is great. Also, I hate everything about it surrounding it politically, but also sports in Sacramento.
Yeah. Could be the last year here. Could be. Right?
Could be.
Next year's truly a lockout
Maybe.
and baseball misses. And all I know is I went a ton last year, really enjoyed it, watched them even more. And it wasn't that hard to get attached to them.
No, they are a very attachable team.
Mm-hmm.
I played baseball my whole life. All right, we'll take a break. By the way, last thing, all the time, money, and effort as a little kid and saving. My parents had an old freezer that turned into like a storage cabinet in our garage, and I used the top 2 shelves for all my baseball cards. Well, it didn't work, by the way. If only I had put all that into basketball cards. Because I got to be honest, man, I think the 85, 86, 87, 88, like if you had complete sets, I don't even know what the most expensive card is, and there's probably a Barry Bonds rookie or something, but my God, if I'd have just bought all those Michael Jordan rookies that my buddy Kevin Lyman was collecting.
Oh, Kevin. Ahead of his time.
We'll take a break when we come back.
I wasn't a big fan of Guernsey.
Not a huge fan of Guernsey.
Guernsey was wasting his time on Mr. Pibb.
Yeah, Mr. Pibb and
stats.
Gummy worms. Coach Jim Les will join us next. We'll talk about the week in UC Davis basketball and so much more right after this.
The Sactown Sports 1140 newsletter. Right to your email. Get your latest on the Sacramento Kings, UC Davis, and Sac State with the Sactown Sports 1140 newsletter. Visit SactownSports.com to join.
Guys, did you know your testosterone affects everything in your system, including how you feel and perform every day? Right now, Revive Men's Health Sacramento will check your testosterone for free. Knowing your T levels is the first step in understanding if you have low T. Your testosterone level impacts your energy, libido, sleep, weight, hair loss, mood, and even ED. Maintaining an appropriate T level can change your whole life. Most men start to see changes in their hormone levels in their 30s. Experience and results matter. So what are you waiting for? Get your T levels checked today by local, experienced, and trusted men's health experts. They've helped thousands of men since 2011. They're so confident they can help you, they even guarantee it. Call Revive today and schedule your free testosterone test, free exam, and free consultation. Call Revive Men's Health at 916-277-8599. That's 916-277-8599. Or visit ReviveMen'sHealth.com.
Hurry in and save big during Honda's President's Day sales event at Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop.
Hurry in and save on our best selection of new Hondas. Each is priced to sell now. Folsom Lake Honda is your one-stop Honda shop for great pricing on a giant selection of new CRVs, HRVs, Civics, and Accords with low finance and lease options. Plus, get an instant cash offer for your trade. Get to Folsom Lake Honda or go to FolsomLakeHonda.com.
Folsom Lake Honda, yeah, your one-stop Honda shop.
Jackson Hewitt handles your taxes and your stress. Inhale our no surprise price of $149 or less. Exhale, paying more for complicated taxes. You won't. Inhale new tax law knowledge. Exhale, missing out on your biggest refund? Certainly not. Don't miss paying $149 or less. Rest easy. Jackson Hewitt's got your taxes. Guaranteed. Limited time offer for new clients on federal returns. Participating locations only. Terms at jacksonhewitt.com/149.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm, and Chuck McDowell definitely not an attorney. This is Chuck. If someone talked you into buying something really silly and you want to get out of that silly little thing, my advice, get the facts. Call me and I'll send you our timeshare exit kit absolutely free. Inside, you'll learn how timeshare works and all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free exit info kit. 800-290-7100. That's 800-290-7100.
Need life insurance but have diabetes, high blood pressure, or on anxiety meds? If you're a 50-year-old male, even porky, or with type 2 diabetes, $1 million of life insurance may only cost you about $200 a month. For affordable term life insurance, call Term Provider and speak with Big Lou at 800-777-1225. 800-777-1225 or visit biglou.com. Remember, Big Lou's like you. He's on meds too. 800-777-1225.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm, and Chuck McDowell, definitely not an attorney. This is Chuck. If someone talked you into buying something really silly and you want to get out of that silly little thing, my advice, get the facts. Call me and I'll send you our timeshare exit kit absolutely free. Inside, you'll learn how timeshare works and all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free exit info kit. 800-290-7100. That's 800-290-7100.
Febreze. New Febreze Air Mist has 50% more odor fighters and up to 30% more fragrance than the old formula. So now you can take on 100% more stinky odors, like sweaty gym bags, greasy cooking smells, and the after effects of the dog rolling around in something. Just spray, and new Febreze Air instantly restores just clean freshness. Smell you later, odor. Breathe happy Febreze. La 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 la.
Check engine or ABS light on? Take the guesswork out of your warning lights with O'Reilly Veriscan. It's free. Ask for O'Reilly Veriscan.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
How can you grow your business from idea to industry leader? With smart business buying tools and technology from Amazon Business. From fast, free shipping to in-depth buying insights and automated purchase approvals, we deliver everything you need. Go to AmazonBusiness.com for support.
Waking you up with the best in local sports.
They just make it interesting, you know?
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross
on Sactown Sports.
Welcome back. Welcome back, y'all. Carmichael Dave, Jason Ross, Christopher Laud. Proud to be the #1 sports show Nielsen rated in all of Sacramento. Any day, any part, any station. And that's all because of you, and we appreciate that. You know, I didn't expect this, and we're going to talk to Jim Less here in a second. I didn't expect this, Jason, from the text line. I'm not editing texts either. I'm with you, Dave. I loved baseball my whole life, played my whole life, but just fell out of love with it. It happened for me around 2020.
Okay.
That was from the 209, from the 916. I think a huge part of the problem with baseball is not having any kind of meaningful salary cap, and not all owners being able or wanting to have a high payroll. So a lot of the anticipation for a new season and excitement of your team potentially being able to be in the mix is lost for a majority of teams. Who wants to invest the amount of time and energy as a fan when it's almost inevitable it's going to be the Dodgers or the Yankees or the Red Sox, et cetera, that are in the mix at the end of the year? Agree or disagree? That's his opinion. I think a few people feel that way. Yeah, just interesting. And I think we need to fix it.
Okay.
On the show.
We will.
Joining us right now, he fixes everything. He's like the wolf in Pulp Fiction. He is known as the fixer. Whether it's as a life coach to you and me, whether it's a head basketball coach and leader of young men with the UC Davis Aggies, the one, the only, former Sacramento King, current amazing human being, reigning celebrity football pool champion.
That's right.
Jim Less. Good morning, Jim.
Good morning. I definitely do not deserve that introduction. So
trying to buddy
whatever you guys are drinking this morning, have some more.
It's good stuff.
Jason's been pounding water all morning.
Well, that's what you think it is.
Getting a little tipsy. Yeah, that's Kettle One in the bottle.
I like it.
Yeah, exactly. Well, we haven't talked to you since last Wednesday. That's your normal slot here. So not to put my head in the lion's mouth here figuratively, but that is a tough loss at Cal State Fullerton, a 1-point loss, 93-92. I think the obvious sports radio question is like, Coach, how does it feel? I'll ask this. Can you learn anything from those? Are there lessons out of that you can take despite the heartbreak of a loss like that?
Well, I think our biggest frustration is it's been a little bit of a blueprint where we have leads in the second half, And, I use the term built for success. And you got to be able to sustain the things that you were doing to get the lead in order to finish a game off. And, we have some relax to us once we get a lead. And it's come back to bite us because momentum is a fickle thing. And if you intentionally lose that momentum because you relax, it's really hard to get it back. And that's kind of what we're dealing with. And, I've said this before, we only have 2 seniors, so we have a lot of young guys that are playing significant minutes and they're in significant roles. So part of it's a learning process, but part of it's a frustration that we haven't been able to overcome this because, the woulda, coulda, shoulda is, well, you look back at the number of games we've led in our league in the second half and haven't been able to close. We all have to take a look, coaches and players, on how we can find a way to move forward and conquer that problem. So I will let you in. We did do an interesting team. So you're always searching, whether you're running a business or you're running a team or running a family.
Yeah.
How do you kind of reset? And I felt like coming off this trip, even though we went 1-1, we needed a reset. So we asked guys to write down just some things that they wanted to, whether it's get off their chest or things that they wanted to conquer here in the last 3-4 weeks of the season. And kind of, hey, this is holding me back. Let's write it down on a piece of paper. So what we did yesterday is everybody wrote those things down and we read them in front of the team individually. And we did have the UC Davis Fire Department come. This is an old Phil Jackson. And so we had a big container and we lit it on fire and everybody dropped in their piece of paper after they read it, kind of to reset the clock here as we come down the stretch.
Interesting.
That's cool.
Was there a common thread of those notes that the players submitted that were read, like that you kind of repeatedly heard?
Well, I don't know if there was a common thread, but I do not envy the current athlete with social media, because you're on blast for everything, and everybody has access to you in terms of a direct message based on however you're running your social media. But I think sometimes the young people today put so much internal pressure on themselves, but there's also, I think, external pressure because of the social media factor that, man, they're just wearing that and they're tense. And I think a lot of it was, hey, I got to understand, I'm not going to be perfect. I tell our guys all the time, you're a perfectionist who's playing an imperfect game. And you have to let that go. You're not going to make them all. You're not going to be perfect. It's more how you deal with the imperfection and staying in the moment and leaving that mistake or that miss behind you so you can take the next step and be ready for the next play. And there was a lot of that, which was really encouraging. And then for me, it was, because we've had this before, I was feeling a high level of frustration with our team. And I think that was coming out in my communication. And that's something that I told them that can't happen. I've got to change that. I can't be frustrated. I can't have negative communication with them, especially in the heat of the battle. It's got to be positive and uplifting, especially when it's a young group trying to figure it out.
Coach Jim Les joining us. Last question. I was thinking about you last week, Coach, and I wanted to throw you a little hypothetical here. I think you'll understand at some point where I'm going. So, as you know, I have a 17-year-old son who likes to play basketball. He's a junior in high school. Next year, in this hypothetical situation, he'll be a senior on the varsity, and my God, he's already the presumptive number one pick in the NBA draft. It's like Cooper Flag, basically. And his dad, being a sports radio guy, says, you know what? I don't want you going to these, these basketball factories here. I want you to go to UC Davis and play for my friend Jim Les. And so he approaches you, coach. He's the presumptive number one pick in the draft, but he's already got kind of an agent. There's NIL money from elsewhere to bring him to Davis. Nothing below board. But the understanding going into the season is that he's probably not going to play every minute of every game. They're always going to want to err on the side of his health or this, that, whatever. It's going to come with headaches, but you're getting the best player in the league, probably, and you're also getting a ton of attention to the program. You as a coach have an opportunity to bring in the individual that might raise the program, but also bring in the individual that is going to be a year-long headache. How do you make that decision?
Well, to me, it's always just honest dialogue.
Mm-hmm.
And, we like when we sit in front of a young player or a young family, and regardless of what their profile is, because there aren't too many guys that I sit in front of that don't think they're playing in the NBA and don't think they're the best thing since sliced bread. And that's part of what makes them good. But, we just talk about, hey, here's the cornerstones of our program is if you don't want to work, if you don't want to get after it, if you don't want to get better and be in the gym, and if you don't love the game, don't come here because you're not going to like it because that's what we demand. And, we have a history of making guys better and developing guys and growing guys and taking guys maybe that are under-recruited or taking guys that are very, acclaimed and getting them better. But we do it the old-fashioned way. There's no shortcut to success. We roll up our sleeves and we work. So if you don't want to do that, don't come here.
Perfect.
And sometimes that upfront, honest communication is helpful. Plus, you can go back to it, because when someone's struggling, they're like, hey, coach, I'm tired, and I don't really feel like it, or this is harder than I thought it was going to be. I'm like, well, remember we talked about this on the front end, and we told you this is what it was going to be like. You made the choice. We didn't disguise who we were, and you chose this because you knew ultimately this was the best for you. And now it's not going to be easy. It's not going to be just a straight ascent up the mountain. There's going to be peaks and valleys, and that's why you have us. We have a lot of experience. We've done this before. And you don't need me as a coach when everything's going good and the ball's going in the basket, you're playing great, and everybody's telling you how great you are. You don't need me. When you need me is when you feel like, I don't know if I'm ever going to make one again.
Yeah.
I'm really struggling. That's when you need that person in your corner, in your ear with maybe the knowledge and experience to guide you through some of the tough times.
That's a perfect answer. Yeah. That's Coach Jim Les. That's why we asked the questions. By the way,
home finale tomorrow.
It's senior night versus Hawaii. Final home game of the regular season. Get out there and support the Aggies. You can, of course, hear it right here on Sactown Sports. But, Jason, one of the few times I'm going to say, don't want you listening on Sactown Sports. I want you at the game itself, supporting Coach Les and his players. Coach, we appreciate you as always. We'll talk to you in a week.
Appreciate you guys. Have a great week.
All right.
Thank you.
Take care. We're late for a break. When we come back, 3 for Madness, the Niners and Trent Williams. Maybe. Kickers trying to get paid. And we haven't talked about the Sac State stuff together, you and I, this week. We'll talk about all that next.
On the move? Got somewhere to be?
Take Sacramento Kings basketball with you. The Sactown Sports app will let you stay connected to your passion. Never miss a moment of Sacramento Kings basketball with the Sactown Sports app.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
All right, fellas, 2 words for you. Prostate exam. Did your butt just clench up? Are you imagining the finger right now? Well, you can relax. Prostate cancer screening starts with a simple, finger-free blood test. Around 1 in 8 men in the United States will be diagnosed with prostate cancer in their lifetime. But that's no reason to reclench. When caught early, at localized or even regional stage, prostate cancer can have over a 99% 5-year relative survival rate. Did your tight end just relax? Good. If you're 40 or older and have a prostate, visit RelaxIt'sABloodTest.com to find out if a PSA blood test is right for you. The PSA blood test can be the first step in screening. Talk to your doctor to evaluate your risk, determine when to get tested, and discuss screening options and next steps. That's RelaxIt'sABloodTest.com. Sponsored by Novartis.
Paramount Pictures and Spyglass Media Group present Scream 7. When a new Ghostface killer emerges in the quiet town where Sidney Prescott has built a new life, her darkest fears are realized as her daughter becomes the next target. Determined to protect her family, Sidney must face the horrors of her past to put an end to the bloodshed once and for all. Starring Neve Campbell, Isabel May, Jasmine Savoy Brown, Mason Gooding, with Matthew Lillard, Joel McHale, and Courtney Cox. In theaters February 27th.
What's cracking? We're talking to Chad Hoblet of Hoblet Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram and Woodland. Chad, tell us what's happening for Ram Truck Month.
Well, there's no better time to get a Ram than Ram Truck Month. Right now, save up to $15,000 off MSRP on new 2026 Ram 1500 Crew Cabs. Or save big when you take advantage of the $7,000 Hoblet discount and get 0% financing for 60 months. You'll save thousands in finance charges on top of the huge Hoblet discount.
Yeah, I can't even believe 0% financing is an option at the moment.
It's not an easy thing to find nowadays, but we're always looking to help you save money. Plus, with over 400 new Rams available, you can save big on your perfect Ram. At Hoblet, we focus on you and helping you get the Ram you need.
Search, select, and save through their whole inventory at HobletDodge.com. Unbeatable prices, unbeatable selection. Nobody beats Hoblet, period.
15,000 total net savings on select new 2026 Ram 1500 Laramie after 8,000 factory rebates and 7,000 dealer discounts. Rebates may include 2,000 select inventory bonus cash on select inventory, 1,000 SFS bonus cash, must finance through Stellantis, 500 on the job upfit, must show eligible upfit. Private net savings, see dealer for details.
KHD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento.
From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
Sactown Sports 1140.
3 questions, 3 answers. It's 3 for Madness on the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Here's question 1.
There we go. Welcome back. Nothing bad, apparently.
I can't.
That's the word.
Oh, you don't know what me and Jason were told.
Oh, there's drama afoot. What does that even mean, afoot? Why isn't it there's drama a hand? These are the things we think about during the breaks. 3 for Madness question.
We is doing a lot of work there.
A lot of heavy lifting.
The 49ers and Trent Williams seem to be struggling on a contract extension. How important is re-signing him for San Francisco?
Struggling.
They seem to be struggling. Struggling. I don't know why you said it like broccoli.
I was doing every day I'm struggling.
Every day I'm struggling. Yeah, it depends on the reports you read. Let me find the... Here we go. Because John Lynch, not Jane, John Lynch, he's the GM of the Niners. Jane Lynch, that'd be weird. He says that after Adam Schefter said that they're struggling to find a contractual solution, John Lynch soon after spoke to reporters and said, what I'll tell you is that in recent weeks I've met with both Trent and his agent, and have had really good, productive, and substantive meetings. Here's what I know. Trent loves being a Niner. We love having Trent as a Niner. It's up to us to figure that out and thread the needle. There's some unique circumstances. We all know what Trent is as a player, how great of a player he's been, but he's going to be 38, and there's some things that go into that, but I think we're all on the same page and feel very positive about where that's going. You know, I don't care if he's 58. When he's healthy, it is a different 49er team.
Right.
Straight up. He agreed to, at 2024, remember when he held out, a restructured 3-year, $82 million deal. He got $48 million at signing. And I don't blame the guy. Look, he's got more years behind him, way more behind him than ahead of him in the NFL. He earned a 12th Pro Bowl nod, second team All-Pro. You're not replacing Trent Williams. I wish, especially in the world of the NFL, where the contracts are incredibly favored towards, the teams and ownership and all that, but I would love to see a situation, again, this will never happen, where they actually give Trent a year-on-year raise. But let's say, for example, what did he do? He made, it was 3 years, $48 million, or 3 years, $82 million. So that's 27, let's just call it $28 million a year. They say, hey, look, dude, even though you're older, we're going to top that out to $30 million. But here's the thing. We're going to divide that $30 million by 17, and we're just going to pay you per game. In other words, like, if Trent Williams plays 17 games, he's probably worth $40 million a year. But that's the question. It's always the question with him. So I don't know. They've got to thread the needle on that.
They do, and I think the thing that, we've always said this about football is, like, they could say today we've signed Trent Williams to a 7-year, $400 million deal, and everyone would freak out and go, wait, what? Well, none of it's the guaranteed is the real money. So I think that's where probably the conversations are struggling.
Yeah.
Because, I look at 38 and think naturally from other sports, like, how much more? Well, he was All-Pro, and he was second team, and he's still a very good player, but, work out whatever you can financially. You could say 4 more years. I don't think he'll play that long, but it's the guarantee part, I think, is all that everybody is haggling over right now.
Yeah, and that's understandable. I get it. I also don't want to be unfair to Trent. Say it's always about how many games he plays in. Well, he played in 16 this year. And then 10 last year, 15, 14, 15, 14, 13,
pretty good.
10. 12, 14, 15, 16, 16, 10, 13. The guy has played in 203 games out of I don't know how many games he's missed, but maybe he's missed 30 games, something like that in his career. So it's not like I'm not talking about Anthony Davis.
Mm-hmm.
It's just the older you get, logically.
Right.
So what I'm guessing, you couldn't do the situation where you paid him per game. But what I think Lynch could do is say, hey, look, we're gonna give you a fair base, and we're gonna give you an opportunity to even get a raise, but we're gonna give you roster, game bonuses. In other words, you hit 5 games played, you get a $5 million bonus. 10, hell, make it all the way up to 17. He plays in all 17, he gets a $20 million, whatever it may be, and if they can get a partnership on that, where the Niners basically saying, Trent, we think you're worth it. Like, we agree on your value. It's just you can't blame us for worrying about your health and hamstringing, no pun intended, the rest of our cap.
Mm-hmm.
So can we partner on this? If you're healthy and you play, you're maybe the best tackle in the league. Help us help each other, and we'll reward you for that. And hopefully, his agent will probably be like, no, screw you, $40 million a year.
Right.
Who cares? But
kick rocks.
Kick rocks, pal. Number 2, please.
Question 2.
Dallas kicker Brandon Aubrey is pushing for $10 million a season. Are these new age kickers worth it?
Hey, remember that show Dallas?
Yes.
That was pretty good. You ever go on YouTube and watch how they change the theme every year?
No.
And it's like, I'm going to say something here. The theme to Dallas, it kind of slapped.
I paid my taxes.
Look, that was before my time, man. I'm just saying.
Dallas was before your time?
For the most part, I think it debuted in like 77 or something, man. Come on. But like they'd have the bass line. There was a lot of good TV bass lines in the late 70s, early 80s. Let's be honest. That's not what we're talking about here. We're talking about the Dallas Cowboys, unfortunately, and Brandon Aubrey, who is an undrafted guy, former soccer player, and he's the best kicker in the league. Now the kid with who is it? Cam Little with the Jags you're starting to see these. The
kickers are really good.
They're the best they've ever been.
Yeah,
like it's really amazing when you talk about like the advancement of positions, whether it's football, basketball, or baseball. Like what has happened to kickers, really starting, I would say, with like Justin Tucker was kind of the first of this modern era to really go, oh my God, this guy is an absolute cyborg, and he's got a hell of a leg. And now you're moving into the Brandon Aubrey and the Cam Littles. It really, like Brandon Aubrey, and Dallas's record aside, if they didn't have Aubrey, he's an absolute weapon. Normally kickers are dismissed or whatever. Dude, when you have a guy that can regularly hit 50, 60-yard kicks, that's a whole different animal. And he's asking for $10 million a year. I think they're offering $6 million or something. Look, I'm not a capologist or nothing, but $10 million a year for a weapon like Brennan. Put it this way: if the Niners had the opportunity to sign Aubrey for $10 million a year, I'd want them to do that, just because the amount of scoring, and not only scoring but also field position, you're able to put the other team in on defense as well. I think kickers are a bigger weapon than they've ever been.
It's interesting you say that about the Niners, because I was thinking as the counter to this, none of this is to throw shade at Aubrey, because he is incredible. Mm-hmm. The Niners this year, in season, say no to Moody.
Yeah.
Bring in Eddie Money,
Yeah.
Pinheiro.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he was amazing.
Yep.
So that's also a case for the other way, going like, look, Aubrey's great. There's no argument of that.
Right.
It's just like, we could also find somebody.
Yeah.
And pay way less and get an extra receiver, lineman, safety, whatever with that $10 million, and go, we'll take our chances. Maybe we can't hit the 60-yarder.
Sure.
But we'll get someone that's going to be almost as efficient. And I don't know. I mean, that's where the case in point would be someone like Eddie Pinheiro that they grabbed as a free agent during the season, and then he has an amazing year.
I guess the only pushback I would have is
he can't kick it as far, though.
Yes.
It's not the same weapon.
I would also say that the Eddie Pinheiro stories are, I wouldn't say are super rare, but they really lucked out with Eddie Pinheiro.
Yeah, and I think then, I guess where I thought you were going to go is you could also then go, well, yeah, I mean, I could have Josh Allen, but, I mean, I have.
Right.
I'm just going to pick Kirk Cousins.
Kirk Cousins, yeah.
Yeah, he can play quarterback. He does play it, and he'll throw touchdowns. He's not Josh Allen. And so I don't know if the same gap is there between a Pinheiro and Aubrey as there is between the top QB and another one. But if you do that at every position, it's like, yeah, you saved, but do you really have a good team?
I was thinking about Kirk Cousins either yesterday or the day before. I know they're not going to do this, and I'm not even saying they should do it, but the Falcons are going to release him. Hello. And it just made me think, guys, is there a world where the Raiders are actually better off trading out on number one, stacking up, and then sign a tweener like Cousins for a couple of years? I know Raider fan right now is like, you're high. Mm-hmm. We just tried this with Geno Smith. It was an absolute failure. And you're right, and it could be.
Yeah.
I just keep thinking, man, God, number one is Mendoza, the guy. And number two, how much could they get for that pick?
Yeah.
And look, if Mendoza's Peyton Manning or, not even Peyton Manning, hell, if Mendoza's Trevor Lawrence, that's the pick. And you don't do anything about it. But I was thinking about that going, man, Cousins probably has a year or two left.
Yeah, that's why I like the historical perspective on drafting, because, like, Mendoza's the number one. I don't think there's people arguing that. But is he number one this year? Or is he, if he's in, like, some of the, like, what was the quarterback class that had 5 QBs go in the first round? Does he go number one? Is he a second-round pick? Does he go ahead of Cam Ward last year?
Yeah,
I mean, if the answer is yes, then go for it, Raiders. There's your guy. But if it's, well, he's the top QB in this class, that's a little different.
We were looking at NBA draft picks yesterday, but, like, here's your. I'm just going to give you the last 10 number one picks, okay?
In the NFL?
In the NFL, which is unfair because what? I'm going to go back to. I'm going to start with Caleb Williams because it's unfair to Cam Ward. He just started. We don't know if Cam Ward's a bust or not. So Caleb Williams, I'd say that was the right pick for the Bears.
But like in that class, Caleb goes ahead of Mendoza, doesn't he?
I think he does. Yes, I do. Bryce Young, quarterback the year before to the Panthers. Trayvon Walker to the Jags. Trevor Lawrence to the Jags. Burrow to the Bengals. Kyler Murray to the Cardinals. Baker Mayfield to the Browns. Myles Garrett to the Browns. Jared Goff, Jameis Winston. Now, I would say in the case of Baker Mayfield and Jared Goff, you got to look at the fact that they're doing things for other teams more than they did for the team that drafted them. But it really is kind of a coin flip. It really is a coin flip at number one. And And it feels like Mendoza is a little bit coin flippier.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, there's no way to measure this, but I do wonder how much, like size and strength, the dude's an NFL quarterback. No doubt about it. But I do wonder how much his personality white outs some of his shortcomings.
Mm-hmm.
I also need to see a list of need to go back and look at Heisman Trophy winners in the NFL as well over the last 20 years. They don't always have the best.
Yeah.
And if I'm the Raiders, do I say, okay, Mendoza might be the guy. He really might be the guy, but if we can get a ton of quality draft value out of this thing and really stock our cabinet and get more quality darts to throw at the dartboard, are we more likely, even if Mendoza is the guy, are we more likely to get the Pro Bowl safety or the Pro Bowl, the next Trent Williams or something? They need so much.
Right.
I don't know. It's why we don't get paid to be GMs, right?
Correct.
Good luck, Mr. Spy Tech. Also, is it weird that Tom Brady part owns a team and the GM that works for him's last name is Spy Tech?
It is weird.
It is kind of weird, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's Number 3.
Question 3.
A week later, how is all this Sac State stuff landing with you?
You and I haven't had a chance to really talk about this on air.
Why would we talk about it? Oh, Jason.
Yeah. Stupid. So while I was gone last week, it was announced that the Sac States are going to be the Mac Daddies and going to the Mac. My initial reaction was very simple, that Ball State's in the MAC, and when they play Sacramento, it will be Ball Sac in the scoreboard.
I think you were the first one to come up with that.
I think I was, as a matter of fact. And I think that's incredibly sponsorable, by the way. Obviously, that's not why Sac State made the move. Although, if it is, one of the greatest things ever, but I don't think that's why. I have talked, as you have, to Luke Wood and others, and you have a ton of ties with Sac State, obviously being the voice of Hornets football for a long time. I have followed this thing, and from the jump, not just because of Luke, but also there's people, as you know, we won't talk about on the air, surrounding that we know that have been very good as far as bringing it along, and your connections are 50 times mine there. It really is it does seem to me like it's an all or nothing thing. Like, first off, they're in the MAC.
Mm-hmm.
And they're the first team in the West in 40 years or something?
Yeah,
50 something to move up. You move up to Division I. Like, you're at the same level as Oklahoma and Alabama and Florida State and all that, and little Sacramento. And market size wise, you don't just fit. You're one of the dominant markets, which is something I always wonder, because when you look at your traditionally dominant college football programs, in a situation like this, and this is one of those times where we need to be able to break glass, like for a fire extinguisher. We need something in here where we can break glass for somebody smarter than us to just pop out.
Right.
Because, for example, Sac State making a huge deal about TV market, right? But Tuscaloosa is a tiny market. Tallahassee is a tiny market. Yeah. Columbus is not
a lot of
huge.
the prime schools are in
they're minuscule compared to us. So yeah. I don't, but yet, so I don't know how much market matters, especially since college football is such a nationally based game, much like the NFL. When I look at and there was a big hullabaloo yesterday. I don't know if you cut with the CBS. Okay. Uh-huh. There was a big.
Matt and Kayla had the writer on. I heard that.
Oh, you know what I did? I saw that video, as a matter of fact. Well done by them. And it was the thing where a CBS writer said basically, well, this independent firm, and correct me if I'm wrong here, this independent firm came out and they were helping Luke Wood with that. Luke Wood put out, President of Sac State, these estimates based on the projections this firm came out with. Right. And then the CBS writer did this article where he went to the firm, and the firm was like, yeah, well, that was for a year, and they shouldn't have extrapolated that to 5 years, and it's wrong. And then the same firm tweeted, like, at some point, they go, actually, we stand by our number. It was a weird thing,
Very
right?
weird.
I don't project or pretend to be not only not an expert, but even a passing grade student on any of this. But I will say on the surface, these projections do look quite interesting.
Yeah.
Really interesting.
Yeah, I think in the article, the article that was written, the guest that was on with Matt and Kayla, basically, I think wanted to reiterate that those were projections and kind of looked at them as more of a glass half full, or as he said, I think 7/8 full.
Right.
Which I don't even think, I think that was more of his point than anything else. Not even questioning whether the move could work, whether all that. But I also thought what was interesting is, let's even assume he is right, because I think the projections are seemingly pretty lofty.
Yeah.
Those are on numbers they don't have to hit.
Yeah.
So I think that he gave a really good analogy. I think he told Matt and Kayla, the author, I think it was Richard Johnson was his name, said something like, well, my accountant can tell me next year I'm going to make $10 million.
Sure.
That's pretty much glass half full or 7/8 full. And if I don't make $10 million, then, well, but what if he made $2 million? I'm sure he's pretty happy.
Absolutely.
But if the 10 is the peak and you made 2, you had a good, I'm assuming he had a good year. I don't know his finances.
Yeah.
But I some of those numbers I would agree with. I don't understand how they kind of came up with it, but I also don't know how relevant, if that makes sense.
Well,
that they are.
Yeah.
I mean, they're important. They got to have money to make this all happen.
Yes.
But I also think this is, to me, is an investment in the future,
Yes.
a longer-term investment. And so I would not be shocked if they are going to start from behind here. There's a lot of money that they're owing at the beginning. But what is college football going to look like in 5 years? What is their stadium situation going to be?
Yes.
What league are they going to be in? What kind of financial television deals do they have then? I mean, this is all stuff that's in the future, but they got to get there. And the biggest step was to get up a level. They did that. They checked that major box. And now, I mean, everything they do now, though, I think they've put their own internal pressure on themselves, which you could say is risky, yes, but I think they'll be working extra hard on more community involvement, more independent people helping out and donating, and then certainly trying to get that other revenue any way they can amongst the school.
I don't know this. I think we'll have Luke on maybe later this week, next week, but I know that they had raised, I think, over $50 million in NIL money, and maybe some of that gets that's double what they have to pay. Maybe some of that's getting reappropriated over here. I truly don't know. They may have also raised that money on the side. I was looking at this list here of questions, and I agree. $23 million in fees, $11 million's due pretty soon.
Yeah.
One of the sources of revenue, one of the big sources, especially for a fledgling Division I school like FBS school like Sac State, is, you go play Alabama in Alabama and they pay $1 million. They're surrendering those payments, from what I understand. So, no?
Mm-mm.
Huh. Because on this list it said they're surrendering away game payments. That's wrong. I mean, you would know. Interesting.
Yeah, no, they have said that they will some of their money will be made up on.
I see what they're doing. The Hornets have agreed to pay off the $12 million balance of that $18 million entrance fee to the MAC with these guarantees.
Right.
Okay. All right. So they're siphoning.
Their schedule is still being set up for this year. They're waiting to hear from the MAC on their 8 games that they're going to get, 4 home, 4 road. They're going to have 4 other games.
Yeah.
That's one area where they can make up some of the money. I don't anticipate them playing 4 of those. They've already got Fresno State scheduled. Some of the things they're working on. But in future years, like this year is a little bit more difficult to do because it's February.
Yeah.
But I would not be entirely surprised for the 2027 season if 1 or 2 of their non-league games are against just monsters.
Yeah.
And you go, whoa, they're playing Florida State, your school. They're playing UCLA.
Yeah.
They're playing Texas. It's like, that's trouble. But here's a $1.5 million check. Now, that's not going to pay for all of it.
No.
But that's going to pay for some.
And you do that a couple times a year, once a year, whatever. That's over the next 4 years. That's $1.5 million. That's $6 million. That's
some.
That's a quarter of it right off the bat.
Yeah. And I don't know even also, like, if $11 million is due. I don't even know how this works. I could be totally ignorant on this. They could go, well, here's $11 million, but like, did they borrow it? And it's
right.
like, if your house is $500,000, I didn't pay $500 today.
Right.
It's like over time I'm paying for it. So I don't know how all that works, but I'm, they got a lot of work ahead of them.
And there's a lot more to talk about this. Like, they're going to need a new stadium. And
right.
Where the hell is that money coming from?
Well, that's the one that's interesting to me because a lot of people, and this is a significant amount of money. I'm not trying to trivialize $23 million, but if they are getting a new, that's
5% of it,
12x the state this fee, or way more. I don't even know what it would be. A lot more than that. Like, that's a huge chunk of money.
I mean, you're probably talking. They don't have to go crazy, but you're probably talking at least $250 to $500 million.
Yeah,
for a stadium.
Right. So that pales into
that's nothing.
And I don't know this for a fact, Dave, but this is my own. I said this last week. Part of where this genius, to me, in some sense, comes through. I don't know. Maybe the Mountain West and the Pac-12, what they were interested in, you still have to be an invite to these. Maybe they were looking at, like, you don't really have a new stadium.
Yeah.
Where the MAC agreed, they went up for $23 million.
Yeah.
Without touching the stadium.
That's
kind of amazing.
Yeah. No, it really is.
But that fee is going to come at some point.
Hey, sounds like a cash grab. We'll take a break. A lot more on this, though, as we'll talk
cash grab.
Get into the details, if you will. We'll take a break, though. When we come back, hey. It's been a while since we talked about the UFL. I know people are clamoring for the UFL.
What is that?
It's a football league.
Oh.
Dude, you're thinking of USL. That's the Republic.
I think we talk more USL than UFL.
Correct.
But you know what? We are going to not really talk about UFL, but they did release some of their rule changes and adjustments for next year. I just want to see if any of these you'd like to see in the NFL. That's all. Before we get to a draft update, tankathon, and one of the top 3 went off last night. We'll get to all that next.
You never know what you might hear when listening to a Sacramento Kings game.
Out of Keegan, going for another triple. Man, is he feeling it. Keegan, can he do it? Yes, there's number 11, Keegan Murray. Keegan steps back. He just knocked down his 12th three-pointer, a Kings franchise record. He's got 45 points.
Never miss a moment of Sacramento Kings basketball with Sactown Sports and the Sactown Sports app.
Guys, did you know your testosterone affects everything in your system, including how you feel and perform every day? Right now, Revive Men's Health Sacramento will check your testosterone for free. Knowing your T levels is the first step in understanding if you have low T. Your testosterone level impacts your energy, libido, sleep, weight, hair loss, mood, and even ED. Maintaining an appropriate T level can change your whole life. Most men start to see changes in their hormone levels in their 30s. Experience and results matter. So what are you waiting for? Get your T levels checked today by local, experienced, and trusted men's health experts. They've helped thousands of men since 2011. They're so confident they can help you, they even guarantee it. Call Revive today and schedule your free testosterone test, free exam, and free consultation. Call Revive Men's Health at 916-277-8599. That's 916-277-8599. Or visit ReviveMen'sHealth.com.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my site softer?
Can I make my site firmer?
Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side, your Sleep Number setting. Enjoy personalized comfort for better sleep night after night. And now, during our President's Day sale, take 50% off our limited edition bed, plus an extra $100 off all mattresses. And Saturday, only at a Sleep Number store or sleepnumber.com.
Jackson Hewitt knows taxes are complicated, and with multiple jobs and tax forms, they're like Sonata complicated. Our no surprise pricing keeps things simple. Jackson Hewitt does your taxes for only $149 or less. And since we know all the new tax codes, you could get thousands back. So what are you waiting for? Hurry. File with Jackson Hewitt today for only $149 or less, guaranteed. Limited time offer for new clients on federal returns. Participating locations only. Terms at jacksonhewitt.com/149.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to A to Z Savings, our biggest sale of the year.
Happy to be here. Can I get some rotors?
Would you like brake pads with that?
How much are the brake pads?
Free with Duralast rotors.
Free. Really?
Really? Free.
I also need some oil.
Would you like an oil filter with that?
Yeah. How much is that?
Free with the oil.
Free. Really?
Really. free. It's part of A to Z Savings with hundreds of deals.
From A to free.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Ends March 9th. Restrictions apply.
Shopping with your parents can be embarrassing.
Why would they sell jeans with holes in them? I'm going to speak to the manager.
Mom!
That hoodie is giving. You should get it. YOLO.
Thanks to the Chase mobile app, your kid can shop independently while you keep an eye on their spending. So you can go from...
We can be twinsies.
...to...
How was shopping? Saw you stayed on budget.
Thanks, Mom.
Freedom for kids, control for parents. That's family banking from Chase.
Account subject to approval. Chase mobile app is available for select mobile devices. Message and data rates may apply. JP Morgan Chase Bank N.A. Member FDIC.
The only thing to get your sports fix.
Live and local.
The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
I saw the end of the Lakers Magic game last night. And Luka Doncic had an open shot, hesitated, and then LeBron did this fade away. Lost, whatever. Good. Even the Laker announcers are starting to get down on Luka and his complaining.
What? I haven't seen that before.
Right. And
Oh, yeah, he's a big boy.
This has been a topic over the last 24, 48 hours.
Harrison.
Zach Lowe, right? Zach Lowe on his, he did a podcast and was bitching about it. And, you know, news cycle in the NBA goes in cycles, if you will. And
but even the phrasing, it's like he's becoming unwatchable. And I'm like,
there's
it's pretty hard not to see him.
When you talk about stuff like tanking in the NBA, that is a very nuanced and in-depth problem that may not have a solution. It may, but you've got all the minds on it, good and bad ones. And we have yet to hear, oh, that's the one. I have respect for that conversation. When it comes to Luka whining, I look at that as the same way as I look at flopping, of which Luka does, LeBron does, a lot of Joel Embiid, right. James. Okay. These are so incredibly easily fixable. I hate the topic so much because it's real. Hi, Adam Silver here. Okay. Conference call with the refs. Hey guys, I'm sending out an email to all the teams, and I'm telling them that in a week, our new point of emphasis is quit bitching.
Call the ambulance.
Do they still do team captains in the NBA? I don't think they do. They? Yeah. Where they have but they don't have a little C, right? Didn't they used to? I don't know.
Yeah, I think so.
Do they?
No, I think they used to.
Oh, they used to. Yeah, I don't. Yeah. Anyways, I would like to.
Really little C.
Here, this one's for MC. You know, in soccer, they put a little armband around the team captain, right? So whether it's on your uniform or whatever, and guess what? You know who gets to bitch at the refs? The coach and maybe the team captain. But it's really simple. Make it a rule. Like, look.
That's the idea.
That's the idea. Make it a rule. If it's a bad call and you're running up the floor and you're like, come on, Jeff, make a better. Okay, fine. If you're
my name is not Jeff.
Right. Hello, my name is Jeff. And you instruct the refs, look, give them all a warning. All right, Joel, that's one. No more bitching, dude. And the next time they do it, you know what you do? You call a technical foul. And then the next time they do it, you know what you do? What? You call a technical foul. And
throw the star out of the game.
And they're ejected. And then everyone's...
I'm not here to see you, Jeff.
Yeah, well, you know what? You're not here to see Floppy Flopperton.
Didn't pay $170 for my ticket to see them get kicked out in the first quarter.
See $170 a ticket to watch Luka whine for 48 minutes.
The guy wasn't load managing. He's actually playing, but you kicked him out.
That's how they load manage. They send him in to get kicked out. Ha-ha, tank at that, pal. Yeah, it's like flopping. If they set up a situation where there was a dedicated 3-man team and their whole job was the following day to go back and watch.
Well, they have flopping. They call that now.
What they need, but they do. But here's the thing: each coach, each coach on each team, for example. So let's say for Doug Christie, let's say it's Leandro Barbosa. I don't know. You pick an assistant, and they're watching the game. And the coaches keep a tally of flops they think, flops that happened that weren't called. And you send them to the NBA. And the NBA has a team that does nothing but the very next day, they go through all the complaints And if there's an egregious flop that wasn't called, oh, guess what? That's a $10,000 fine. Or and they move up 10,000, 20,000, 40,000, 50,000 suspensions. You're not gonna eradicate flopping. You're gonna greatly reduce the flopping. They choose not to address these. Okay, well, we shouldn't do that. No, dude. Start finding and suspending people. Start booting them out of games. Luka will stop bitching, or Luka will miss the MVP threshold because he's going to be out 30 games for whining. Right. I don't know. Anyway, it's like, come on.
He's not winning that MVP anyway.
No, he's not. Most valuable pumpkin because he's so big and fat.
Got him.
God, nailed it. All right, UFL.
Yeah.
Some rule updates. Okay, so I'm going to throw one out here, and you tell me if you would like to see this tried out in the NFL. A field goal of 60 or more yards is now worth 4 points.
No.
Why not? I love that one. Why not? I thought you would say yes. Just because it's like changing a lot.
Because will we do that for other scoring, for touchdowns of like longer yards? I mean, what's the significant? It's more difficult, but is a long touchdown better than a 1 yard touchdown run?
I hadn't thought of that. Because I got to be honest, I don't hate the idea of like an 80-yard touchdown being worth 8 points or 7 points.
I would agree with that if we didn't have a 2-point conversion.
I mean, I don't hate that. 80-yard touchdown, 90-yard touchdown, whatever. Oh, that's 7 points plus the plus. Because it's not like, oh, okay, well, we're going to design more 90-yard touchdowns. Well, go ahead.
The other thing that's weird about it, so.
I mean, you do it in fantasy football.
57-yard field goal is a long field goal.
Yes,
right?
yes.
Why would it? It would probably benefit us to have a delay a game to try the 62-yarder.
There you go. And if you miss, I mean, there is a gamble there.
Yeah.
You miss, that's good field position.
Yeah.
All right.
But for the UFL, go ahead.
Go ahead. Jason Ross, what an amazing catch, but unfortunately you had 1 foot inbounds. Mm-hmm. Next year in the UFL, that's going to be a catch.
With 1 foot? There's so college rules?
1 foot as opposed to 2. College rules.
I'd willing to listen. I mean, I know we've had the NFL at 2 feet forever. Right. And I don't want it to be, well, you can't change it because that's the way it's been. I don't know I don't know why they're different. Why would the college be 1 foot?
I don't know.
And the NFL be 2?
It's the same
thing.
It
feels like that should be universal, but yeah, actually, I'd switch that one.
You know, this isn't on the UFL docket. I'm with you, by the way. I would too. I hate having really awesome catches taken away because his second foot was a millimeter out of bounds.
Yeah,
like, just let's lean towards the side of amazing, like that Puka Nacua catch last year in the was it the playoffs or the final game? I can't remember. Oh my God, what a freaking catch! Mm-hmm. But because the ball, and maybe you leave the whole ball can't move type of thing, but. From the 916, Dave, can you tell me the difference between DeMarcus Cousins crying to the ref and Luka? No, because there isn't one.
Right.
And I would have had the same energy for DeMarcus Cousins. Trust me. I would have been yes. Oh, yeah. American Energy, heating and air. $20.99.90. Yeah, dude. Stop bitching.
Right.
And pay to see that. Whiny pants. Or maybe it's a technical foul, and then as a technical foul as part of it while the other team's shooting the one free throw, the player gets surrounded on the other free throw line by the opposing team that chants, whiny pants, like 10 times at that player to kind of embarrass them.
Yeah.
And that's on camera.
That'll work.
And you get a sponsor.
Yeah.
Whiny pants brought to you by Huggies. Red zone penalties revert to half the distance to the goal. You're in the red zone no matter what the penalty is. If you're on the 10-yard line, it's a 5-yard penalty.
Isn't that what they are now?
I don't know.
Oh.
Apparently not.
Okay. That's fine.
No tush push.
I like that.
They've eliminated.
No, leave that in.
Leave it in?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? Stop it.
Right.
Stop the tush push. Better than a tush pull. No punting inside the opponent's 50-yard line.
Okay.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
That's really interesting.
I don't know why, but for this league, they want more scoring, so that's fine.
Overtime, 3 alternating attempts per team from the 5-yard line.
Perfect. Love it.
Yeah, I'm fine with. I would say this. Just
I like the college.
Go
rules.
with the college rules, but that's fine. They're both better than the NFL
Yes.
OT. Point after touchdown options. Kicking from the 33-yard line, that's an extra point.
Okay.
Score from the 2-yard line, that's a 2-point conversion. Score from the 8-yard line, that's a 3-point conversion. So, in effect, you could have a 9-point touchdown. Makes ends of games very interesting. It makes,
after you went for 9, then they come back and kick a 61-yard field goal for 4.
When I go through things like this, the one rule I try to have for myself, and it's kind of impossible to do, I don't allow myself to not want to do something because it's new and I don't like.
Right,
you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
If it's better, it's better. I don't know though.
I think honestly, all of these ideas are very smart for the UFL.
Yeah,
the NFL's not broken.
It's a great point. They aren't.
I wouldn't touch a darn thing.
And by the way, if you're the NFL, why not look at just keep an eye on the UFL?
Sure,
see what happens.
Absolutely, they've stolen or borrowed from others
XFL,
quite a bit.
Right. We'll take a break. Everything but the he hate me last name. That'd be funny to do in the NFL. When we come back, hey, let's get a draft update for the Sacramento Kings ahead of Katie Christensen joining us at 9 a.m. That's 1 hour and 20 minutes from now. One of the top 3 goes off last night. We'll check in on Tankathon. And I found an interesting list I want to show you. The teams with the most top 10 picks since 1990. Are your Sacramento Kings on that list? We'll tell you when we come back.
The San Francisco 49ers play on Sactown Sports 1140.
Touchdown 49ers! Every game on your #1 sports station. Don't miss the action on your local sports leader. Sactown Sports 1140.
Well, let's tell you a little something about Jonathan Gonzalez. Jonathan Gonzalez and Gonzalez Law, a lawyer right here in downtown Sacramento. He's one of us, has been in this community for a long time, and has helped many people from our region for years and years. A dedicated trial lawyer with an undefeated record of results in 2016, 2017, 2018, 2019. No case is too big, no case is too small. He is out there to help you, and he can help you with an expungement. Maybe that's something that is on your record that you'd like removed from your record, get it out of there. Well, he can do that. It's called that expungement. He's specialized in that. Maybe you've gone through a wrongful termination case, a sexual harassment case. Maybe you need criminal defense. Who knows what the situation might be, the automobile accident. Like I said, there's lots of different choices where you might need representation. You want someone that's local, that's good, and has years of experience. That's what I'm telling you about Gonzalez Law. Jonathan Gonzalez, SacLegalDefense.com, or call him at 916-304-9187.
At InShape, we have a place for every kind of mover. The Sometimer, the early riser, the after-work grinder, the yogi, lifter, bodybuilder, walker, runner, swimmer, spinner, stretcher, rower, climber, jumper, dancer, boxer, sauna seeker, recoverer. Basically, if you walk, lift, stretch, or sweat, you belong at InShape. So whether it's your first time or your first time in a while, start the year strong and join today at InShape.com. Find a location nearest to you.
Co-hosts of the wildly popular Bad Friends podcast, Andrew Santino and Bobby Lee.
Wow, I can't even believe that this is real right now.
Yeah, dude.
I feel like this is a scam. It's going to explode on you.
No. Live Saturday, March 14th, the venue at Thunder Valley.
Do you know what the 3 colors on the Irish flag stand for?
What?
The hair, the skin, the soul.
Oh, is that what liquor does to your soul?
Yeah, turns you green.
Buy tickets now. Visit ThunderValleyResort.com. Andrew Santino and Bobby Lee.
Oh, this is like...
That's top notch.
Bring your visions to life with smart business buying tools and technology from Amazon Business. From fast, free shipping to in-depth buying insights and automated purchase approvals, we deliver everything you need to achieve your goals. Go to AmazonBusiness.com for support.
Save $10 on a pair of Rain-X Latitude wiper blades at O'Reilly Auto Parts. Our professional parts people will even install them for free.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You need someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now you can meet them fast on ZipRecruiter.
Build your team, build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try it for free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
Get ready, Sacramento. The Sacramento Boat Show and Big RV Show is taking over Cal Expo, March 5th through March 8th. Hundreds of boats and RVs, all in one place. From wakeboard boats and pontoon boats to motorhomes, fifth wheels, travel trailers, sprinter vans, plus fishing boats and ATVs. It's 2 huge shows, 1 massive event. Don't miss it. Get details now at 2hugeshows.com.
Hurry in and save big during Honda's President's Day sales event at Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop.
Hurry in and save on our best selection of new Hondas. Each is priced to sell now. Folsom Lake Honda is your one-stop Honda shop for great pricing on a giant selection of new CRVs, HRVs, Civics, and Accords with low finance and lease options. Plus, get an instant cash offer for your trade. Get to Folsom Lake Honda or go to FolsomLakeHonda.com.
Folsom Lake Honda. Yeah, your one-stop Honda shop.
Carmichael Dave.
He has very good sources, and he just kind of tells it as it is and gets to the point.
Jason Ross.
He has a lot of pretty smart things to say.
He's good at what he does.
On Sactown Sports.
Saw this video yesterday. It was going over like strange addictions, and it could be—it's not like drugs and stuff. It could be like I'm addicted to watching this show, or I'm addicted to watching, but strange ones. This guy was like legitimately addicted to eating cardboard.
Okay.
Yeah, like what does that do to your system? I mean, I guess you're eating wood, right? Technically, I mean, isn't cardboard trees, paper?
It's people.
Just people. Jason Ross, what do I have for you here?
I wonder if when he digests it, does it keep all his food in a nice package?
Little box.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got to be that's a two-way street, man.
Yeah, and then when he has to, he doesn't have to do the colonoscopy.
No,
it just go in its own box.
He's got his own little self-addressed stamped envelope. Notre Dame hosted Duke yesterday.
Duke is Duke.
They certainly do. They're on TV more than something.
Viva.
Reruns. And, boy, imagine going to school in South Bend.
Yeah.
Hey, we're going to go watch our storied Notre Dame basketball team take on Duke. We're pumped up. This is going to be a huge deal. And
number 1 Duke, I think.
If not, it is number 1 Duke, as a matter of fact. 26-2, 14-1 in the ACC, which, by the way, stands for Atlantic Coast Conference, if you didn't know. Learn something every day.
Yeah, the one that Cal and Stanford are in?
Yeah, that one. Yeah, Atlantic Coast.
Okay.
Well, if you go all the way around the ocean.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's say when you were getting popcorn, maybe using the facilities at the half, it was only 54-22 Duke.
So you're saying there's a chance?
Nope. 100-56 was your final. That's a Duke versus McNeese State type of game.
They covered the spread.
Woof. Cameron Boozer in 24 minutes had 24 points, 13 boards, 2 assists, 3 steals, did not have a turnover. I saw somebody tweet yesterday, as a basketball person, I respect their opinion. They said, people are going to look really stupid 5 years from now for not taking Cam Boozer number 1. Hey, maybe.
Could be right. Could be right.
Could be right. In the meantime, the Indiana Pacers won last night.
No, they didn't.
Or no, I'm sorry. God, I always do that, dude. They lost last night. They're still 2 back of Sacramento. Sacramento has a 2-game lead on Indy, 3-game lead on Brooklyn, 4-game lead on Washington and New Orleans, and then 5.5 on Utah. Would you like to simulate today's lottery,
yes.
Jason Ross?
We'll do this the first time as Sacramento Kings.
Sacramento Kings, who have a 14% chance of winning today's lottery. Here we go, and that was quick. Stop. Well, the Utah Jazz, they got fined $500,000. I think it was worth it. They jump up 5 spots to number 1. Memphis jumps 6 to number 2. Brooklyn stayed right there where they were at 3 and just outside, which, by the way, I guarantee you pretty much this is going to happen. The Kings will get 4 or 5, but 4 would just be hilarious since most people think it's a top 3 draft. The Sacramento Kings fall 3 spots. They get the number 4 just before Indy, who gets the 5. That goes to the Clippers in that case. New Orleans gets the 7. That goes to ATL. And the Oklahoma City Thunder get the Clippers' number 11 pick in the draft.
Okay, I'm going to test my theory. I am doing this lottery simulation under the guise of We Are Brooklyn.
You're Brooklyn. All right, and let's do a game here where the closest to number 1. So, like, for every spot away from number 1, you get points. So if you get 4, if you're in 4, that means you get 3 points. Whoever has the lowest points wins the game between you, me, and Chris. So you're picking Brooklyn.
I'm picking Brooklyn.
All right, here we go, and stop.
Oh.
5 points, Jason Ross. Brooklyn falls 3 to number 6. Sacramento, by the way, number 2.
Okay. Dallas won at that time.
Dallas, oh, dude, you know what? No. If Dallas wins screw them. Can you imagine the conspiracy yelling if that happened?
Yeah.
Christopher Lott, pick a team.
I want the Pacers. Give me the Pacers.
You guy, Tyrese Halliburton. All right, here we go. And stop.
I missed Brooklyn this time.
3 points. Brooklyn does get number 1. You were 1 early. The Pacers fall 4 spots to number 6. I will take you know what? I'm feeling it. I'll take the Chicago Bulls.
Whoa.
I know. I'm taking the Chicago Bulls. And, well, that was stupid. Chicago stays at number 9. Sacramento does get the number 3 pick in this situation, so I'll be fine with that. Yeah. Has Sacramento gotten 1 yet in any of these?
4,
No.
that's 5.
That's 6. Great radio. 7, 8, 9.
Milwaukee.
There we go.
10th try.
So we just need 10 lotteries.
Yep.
We just need 10 lotteries.
It's foolproof, guys. Look, we've shown.
Adam Silver, can you guys just give the Kings the number 1 pick? I'm sick of hearing about it.
Can you just give us the number 1, please?
They have to know where these clicks are coming from, and they're like, Sacramento does the tankathon a lot.
Deserve it. They deserve it. The Sacramento Kings, by the way, and we'll talk about this with Katie at 9 a.m. The Sacramento Kings take on the Houston Rockets tonight. I think what's important to remember here is although the Kings are terrible, they already have a win over Houston this year, and they've won 4 of 6.
Two of them.
They have 2 wins. That's right. 2 of their 13 wins have come against the Rockets, including, I believe, a win in Houston. No, including, I believe, wrong. They won in Houston last year. Kings at Rockets, 5 p.m. right here on the Sporty 1140. Jason, who is favored by how much?
Houston's favored.
Are you sure?
Yep.
Final answer.
Yep.
By how much?
10.5.
Christopher Lott. Big breath from Chris.
$13.5.
Kings?
Rockets.
Oh. We have a correct answer. The Houston Rockets are favored by 13.5.
He looked.
I completely agree with you. He did. Someday there's going to be a 30 for 30 on this show, and it's going to be found out that between celebrity birthdays and this, he's peaking in the morning.
Yeah.
Like
Peaky Blinders.
I can see. I don't want to get too graphic here, but I'm going to get a little graphic. Here's what I think happens. I think Chris wakes up in the morning, gets his cup of coffee, goes and sits down somewhere for a few minutes.
Where? Where would that be?
Maybe
somewhere.
Maybe someplace quiet. Maybe the bathroom.
Oh, okay.
And just kind of is on his phone. Oh, what are the odds today? Oh, who's?
I know Dave's going to ask.
Yeah, he's going to ask who's turning what today. Let me just. And some I'll remember.
I have 1 celebrity birthdays in like a week.
Well, that's what people who cheat do. They throw off occasionally.
So me losing proves that I'm cheating.
Yeah.
You said it, not me, pal.
30 for 30.
So how?
Let's get Jason here on the phone.
What if I told you? So, does the draft help a team rebuild? The answer is kind of, I think.
Wait, I thought we were tanking for
We
this.
are tanking for it, but it's like...
We're tanking for a kind of, I think.
Okay. Other than bread.
Other than bread?
Other than bread. If you were to go home today and make a snack, and you went, you know what sounds good? Peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
Okay.
What is the first ingredient you put on the bread?
Peanut butter.
Peanut butter. Can you make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich without peanut butter? It would just be a jelly sandwich, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you put peanut butter on. Of course you do. In order to have a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, you have to have peanut butter and you have to have some form of bread.
And jelly.
You got to let me build.
Sorry. Thought you forgot.
In my opinion, the draft is the peanut butter and the peanut butter and jelly sandwich. But the jelly, it's a mixture of two things. Okay? The let's say it's grape jelly. Okay? The grapes, which I think we would agree you can't have grape jelly without grapes. Okay? That's competent management. Okay? Mm-hmm. Competent management is the grapes. And then the pectin, which thickens it, that's luck. You gotta have in order to make grape jelly, you need some. Why are you laughing, Chris?
So insane.
Your jelly, you can't have a peanut butter and jelly sandwich without jelly. You can't have grape jelly without grapes, but you gotta have a little pectin. If you just had a jar of grapes and you tried to put that on a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, not that great. The Sacramento Kings have had a ton of peanut butter since 1990. As a matter of fact, would it surprise you to learn, which would surprise you more, to learn that they have the second most top 10 picks since 1990? Or would it surprise you more that they only have the second most and there's a team ahead of them since 1990? And would you like to, before we break, name that team?
That has more?
Yeah.
Minnesota.
One more than the Sacramento Kings. The Minnesota Timberwolves have had 20 top 10 picks since 1990. The Sacramento Kings have had 19. The Hornets and Wizards have each had 18. The average pick for the Timberwolves, top 10, 4.85. The average for Sacramento, 6.37. And as we go to break, let me just say to you, once again, here's the top teams with top 10 picks. The Minnesota Timberwolves, the Sacramento Kings, the Hornets, the Wizards, the Magic, and the Sixers. Those are mostly very bad franchises who have had very bad teams since 1990 overall.
So of those 5, 2 have made a finals appearance once, the Magic and the Sixers.
Yeah, the Hornets and the Wizards have made 0 conference since 1990.
Okay.
90.
Oh.
Yeah.
The Magic made a couple then.
The Magic made, I know we got a break here. The Magic made 4 conference finals appearances.
And 2 finals. Right?
2 finals. The Hornets and Wizards, 0. The Pelicans, 0. You need the picks, but you also can't be stupid or unlucky or both.
They need more pectin.
You got to have more pectin. We'll take a break.
Draft pectin.
When we come back, oh, my God, Jonathan Pectin out of LSU, guaranteed number 1 pick in the draft.
His brother Pat's better.
Pat Pectin?
Mm-hmm.
When we come back, it's halfway. It's halfway for the week. We'll hear from Scott Freshour, Katie Christensen at 9 a.m. We'll go to last night in the NBA and the projected Olympic hoops team, of which I might disagree with a little bit. We'll talk about it next.
On the move? Got somewhere to be?
Take Sacramento Kings basketball with you. The Sactown Sports app will let you stay connected to your passion. Never miss a moment of Sacramento Kings basketball with the Sactown Sports app.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Meet Matthew Preston. Inside his apartment, everything he holds dear is protected by Progressive's Renter's Insurance, like his laptop and a surprisingly valuable collection of baseball bobbleheads. Outside his apartment, his laptop is still protected, as are his bobbleheads, which he carries around with him for reasons no one knows. Renters, the limits of protection aren't just the four walls of your home. When you're in Progressive's Protection Zone. Get a quote at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and third-party insurers.
Jackson Hewitt knows taxes are complicated, and with multiple jobs and tax forms, they're like Sonata complicated. Our no-surprise pricing keeps things simple. Jackson Hewitt does your taxes for only $149 or less. And since we know all the new tax codes, you could get thousands back. So what are you waiting for? Hurry. File with Jackson Hewitt today for only $149 or less, guaranteed. Limited time offer for new clients on federal returns. Participating locations only. Terms at jacksonhewitt.com/149.
When a person is seriously injured, there's no substitute for the personal legal relationship offered by the local NorCal firm of Ashton and Price. From the first attorney meeting, every important decision is made with a direct consultation with, and I can't believe I have to say this, a real, live, experienced, flesh and blood local attorney. It's called Home Court Advantage for a reason. Ashton and Price, serious local attorneys for serious people with serious injuries with no fee until we win. For the best local advice, don't think twice. Call Ashton and Price.
Never have I ever called my sister from the finish line of my first marathon. Hello? You won't believe where I am. Are you running? Mile 26. I'm gonna make it.
Switch to T-Mobile's 55 Plus plan and get iPhone 16e with its advanced camera system on us. Plus, 2 lines for just $30 a line.
Guys, I can't believe it.
I knew you could do it, babe.
That was amazing. Mom, how do you feel? I feel great. I can't feel my feet. Let's take a picture, and then you may carry me to the car.
Share every stride, every mile, every memory on America's best network. Switch to T-Mobile's 55 Plus plan and get iPhone 16e on us and 2 lines for just $30 a line.
With 24 monthly bill credits and 2 eligible port-ins on Essentials 55 Plus for well-qualified customers with AutoPay plus taxes, fees, and $35 device connection charge. Credits end and balance due if you pay off early or cancel. Contact us. Finance agreement 128 gigabytes, $599.99 required. Best mobile network in the U.S. based on analysis by Ookla of Speed Test Intelligence data 1H 2025. Visit T-Mobile.com.
Spring is here, and there's really nothing better than hitting the open road in a new Honda. Whether you're shopping new or pre-owned, Stockton Honda has the selection and savings, plus get top dollar for your trade. And while life's roads are often filled with bumps, buying from Stockton Honda couldn't be smoother. Wherever the road you travel might lead, Stockton Honda is happy to get you there. Come in today or go to StocktonHonda.com.
Anytime, anywhere, it's all here. StocktonHonda.com.
KHD HD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento.
From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
Sactown Sports 1140.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are halfway through the week. Your week! So right now, I need every single listener on their feet. Callers, texters, YouTubers, make some noise for Sacramento's favorite sports morning show. Carmichael Dave, Jason Ross, and the man behind the glass, Chris Verlaw.
Yes, yes, yes. You're welcome, Sacramento. Thank you for being here. It's Dave, it's Jason.
Hi.
It's Chris. We still got 2 hours to go.
So much show left.
So much show left. Dave, it sounded like when you said Chris took a big breath, you said big breasts. No? I didn't say that. I'll continue to put baseball content. This is from the 707. Baseball content on a tee for you guys to talk about. Connor Griffin, 19-year-old prospect, is a freak. 2-homer game yesterday, looking to make the opening day roster. Jason, your thoughts?
He's going to be a stud. Number 1 prospect in all of sports. And Pirates have another guy.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, I already know the thought is like, oh, he's going to be on another team at some point. Maybe, but there are a lot of studs in baseball right now. I'm telling you, the prospects and the current stars.
Yeah.
I mean, I've told you this before. We're not at that age, but like if you were 1985, 86, and Shohei and Aaron Judge were in the sport.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean, that might have been around. I don't know if it's peak baseball, but baseball probably peaked from the 60s to the
90s.
90s.
Yeah.
And those guys are mega stars.
You know,
Mega stars.
You know, he's liked on the Pirates, but he hasn't panned out like I thought he would. Is O'Neal Cruz. God dang, dude. 6'7" shortstop.
With a cannon of an arm.
Hell of a cannon of an arm.
Pirates will be here this year.
They
Sacramento.
will. See, in the Pirates, there's a team where it's like, God dang, dude. Paul Skeens, Connor Griffin, O'Neal Cruz. Like, you think like at some point, but you know, future Dodger.
Jack Finnegan.
Him. Yeah, well, I'll tell you this much. If Connor Griffin can live up to the potential that he has and the hype that he has to go with it, he's going to be a hell of a baseball player. Yep. So there you go. That's good baseball content, right? Hey,
we did it. And it's not even hot yet.
Not even hot.
Yesterday was Chris's perfect weather day.
I will say this, and this is one of the few times I will ever say this. Chris and I holding hands on top of a mountain on that one, buddy.
Have fun up there.
I loved it. I was outside a lot yesterday.
So great. So great.
Yeah.
I
was outside yesterday.
This is it.
Took a nice walk.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Take a walk.
This week, there's no rain on the docket for down here.
Don't we have a 70 coming up?
67 today, 70 tomorrow, 73 Friday.
People are gonna
75 Saturday.
People will think it's hot on Saturday because that's the first time it gets to that temperature.
And well,
in a while.
And according to Apple Weather, which is always incredibly accurate, not really, not a single ray of sunshine until Sunday.
It's all overcast and that warm?
It's all overcast
there you
and
go.
that warm. That's it, dude. Now, look, 75 a little. Okay. 75, if 75 degrees was one of my kids, it would be like, all right, I know you're excited. Just calm down a little bit. We're in the car. I'm glad that you're excited. It's enjoyable to hear you excited, but you're on the verge of becoming a little obnoxious and you need to pipe down a bit. 75 is fine and better than a lot of other temperatures. But we're getting into danger range. Here's the rule. If I'm outside for an extended period of time and I'm wearing a hat, and if I have like an itch on my head and I take my hat off to scratch the itch and wear the little, what's this thing called that touches your forehead? The brim, but the little padding behind the brim. If I take it off and I can feel a little moisture between the brim and where my forehead was, we're getting too hot. We're getting too hot.
That's the rule?
That's the universal rule everybody has. Great golf weather. We should play golf this week. No? Yeah? Okay. The projected Olympic hoops team in 2028 for Los Angeles.
Yeah, this was someone that thought, did a little thing.
Dave loves L.A. Dave loves it. I was like, wait, what?
On ESPN.com.
Is that really our go-to for any time L.A. is mentioned? It has to be me.
You love it.
Dave loves it.
Just because I'll be there this weekend doesn't mean I love it.
You're going again this weekend?
I am. Dave loves L.A.
Why?
Dave loves it. I'll be there Friday to Sunday.
Why?
I'm going to go down and visit with my daughter.
It feels like there's more of an answer there.
There's literally nothing I can do to get out of this without it sounding like a flex, and it's not. It's literally my job. You know what I'm doing, Jason? I'm going down to L.A. to do my job. I'm going, and I want it to be clear. You asked not once but twice, and I wasn't going to say anything.
You haven't answered it yet.
I'm doing my job. It's part of my job in England. I'm going to get some voice work from somebody down there to use over in England.
Someone's got some money?
Money?
Patrick Stewart money.
Sir Patrick's going to do some voice work. So I'm leaving here Friday with my backpack full of equipment. Going to go to his house, get him to read some things. And then since I'm already down there for work, I'm going to go stay at my sister's and bring my daughter and have a weekend. I don't know what we're going to do.
I will make you a proposition, Dave.
Okay.
I will get rid of the Dave Loves LA drop if you have Sir Patrick Stewart FaceTime me so I can tell him how big of a fan I am of his on American Dad.
Where I thought you were going was if you get him to say something that we can use on the show.
That, you know what? Right there, too. Either or.
I would happily get him to FaceTime. I just don't know how I'd present that. Hey, can you FaceTime my friend Chris?
I think you dial up Chris already and just say, hey.
What would be this would be great is if he's just like, now this guy Chris, he's a huge fan of yours. Oh, David, of course, for one of my fans, he likes American Dad. American Dad.
The problem is that I don't know.
I mean, that is the show he's been on the longest.
I still haven't figured it out yet. But every single time I've tried to dip a tiny little toe in the Star Trek world with him, he's always incredibly sweet and polite about it, answers it. But I get this feeling, and maybe it's my own insecurity, that he just rather talk about soccer or something. Mm-hmm. So I don't want to ever force the issue.
How upset would you be if it's just like, hey, I actually need a lot of help, like recording this. Chris, can you come down here? Yeah, sure. And then all I'm doing is peppering him with American Dad stuff, and he is just eating it up.
And they're
just
best friends. And you're the third wheel.
Part of me would be like, this is going to be great content, and that takes precedence over a lot.
But you're miserable.
The other part of me is like, I feel like I did after the show yesterday.
I want to talk about Star Trek.
I'd probably slam dunk my donut and walk out.
Do a couple spinnies.
I'm trying to figure
Let me talk to the creators, Chris, and let me get you on the show with me. You can play my son.
Well, you could then go hang out with Avery.
Well,
Chris and
Chris
Peace do have their quiet time. Or not so quiet time.
He said last week that I didn't need to call him Sir Patrick again.
What did he say?
He said, we were getting on the phone. I said, all right, Sir Patrick, we'll talk to you. Something like that.
Call me Stewie.
He goes, David, you don't need to call me Sir Patrick. You know that. And I was like, and I used my go-to. I go, honestly, it's like, I said, it was hard enough for me to not call you Captain when we first met. This is the second best thing. And then he goes, I don't mind it. I rather love it, but you don't need to. I was like, okay, well, I'm not calling him Pat.
Darling, I believe this man thinks that he needs to call me Sir all the time. Makes me sound rather stuffy.
Part of his name.
I think you go Peace too.
Patrick Stewart money.
Anyways, so that's why I'm going. Doesn't mean I love L.A. You know what? I wish
Dave loves L.A. Dave loves it.
Guess what? I wish USC was in Placerville. I wish Patrick Stewart lived in Roseville.
I do not wish USC was in Placerville.
I agree with Chris.
Why? Why? What's wrong with that?
We hate USC.
I got you. Okay. So here's the 2028 Olympic team as projected by ESPN.com. Cooper Flagg, sure. Knipples. Jalen Duren, Scotty Barnes, Florida State University, Amen Thompson, Cade Cunningham, Anthony Edwards, Chet Holmgren, Jalen Williams, not Jalen Williams.
Oh, Jalen Williams, got it.
Tyrese Halliburton, Bam Adebayo, and Jason Tatum.
Strong squad.
Strong squad. Can anyone else hear that? Just me?
Nope. Okay. You can hear it.
Oh, you do hear it?
Mm-hmm.
You can hear Jason scratching on the mic?
Yep.
I wonder if the audience can.
I can't.
You can't hear it? What? Yeah, like watch. I won't even look. Turning around. Now go ahead. Just scratch. Scratching.
Yep.
Scratching. Scratching.
He hasn't stopped.
He hasn't stopped. Anyway. Why do I feel like LeBron James is going to play on this team?
I know there's been some talk about Kevin Durant.
Yeah. Well, doesn't it make sense for LeBron James
to finish his
career going out as an Olympic, perhaps gold medalist in Los Angeles? I'm not kidding.
You associate him with the Los Angeles
when he's playing for the Cavs one more time.
Well, I don't think he wants to wait for the Summer Olympics in Cleveland. I don't think
he's rocks.
I mean, honestly, I don't. there's not a name on here where I go, God, they don't belong on there. I mean, you would argue Con Knipple and Cooper Flagg, it's really early, but, that's in 2 years from now.
Right.
I'm just not convinced that a LeBron James, Steph Curry, Kevin Durant, I'm sure I'm forgetting a couple off the top of my head. Isn't Embiid playing for America now? He did
last time.
Yeah, and maybe not him, but I think there's going to be a lot more, at least a handful more veterans. It's what, the summer after next?
Yeah. Well, at that point, like Bam will have been around a long time. Tatum, a long time, had been with the Olympic team.
Wait a minute. So it's not this summer, right? It's next summer, or is
it's not even that?
It's the summer
this
after.
This summer is 26. Next summer is 27.
27.
Then it's 28. So if LeBron were playing one more year,
which I think he will,
that only gets him to the summer of 27.
Could LeBron James play on the U.S. Olympic team after being retired for a year? I mean, it's unprecedented.
Yes. Bring back Jordan. The dream team.
This is going to be a really interesting Summer Olympics for basketball because, you look at, Team Canada with SGA,
yeah.
Team France with Wemby and a few others.
I know.
Yeah, hello. Jokic on
that other team.
Serbia, Croatia, one of them.
Yep.
Luka on the other. I don't think they play on the same one.
Just complaining.
Domas on Lithuania.
Mm-hmm.
I think Domas should play for us. Was he born here? Pretty much. Raised here?
Pretty much.
Yeah. Once again,
No, but it's like soccer, right? Once you play for a national team, you can change.
From the 2 and I, what about Devin Booker, Jaylen Brown, Jalen Brunson, Tyrese Maxey? Yeah, no, that's fair.
Yes, and yes.
I think the point.
This was a projected. It was the team.
I just don't. I don't know, man. I think we're gonna have some vets on there.
Yeah, and they had, I think the last time had Drew Holiday was important to the team. Derek White was important to the team. There's always kind of those glue veteran defender type guys that can hit threes. Who knows what the eventual roster will be and how different it'll be. But that was how it was projected on ESPN.com. Anyway, that roster seems good enough to do well.
Is Kerr still coaching? Is he still the coach as of right now?
No, I thought someone took it over. Spoelstra.
Did he take it over?
I think it was Spoelstra.
Has he been around long enough to do that? Yeah, hello.
Yeah.
Some other things for you, Jason Ross. Let's start with this from last night in the third quarter.
Zach bounces it over to Jonathan with 8. Jonathan Kuminga into the lane, double pumps, turns, little right-hander is good. That's 27 for Jonathan Kuminga.
Hello, nice debut.
You know the Atlanta play-by-play voices that was?
Steve Holman.
That's a hell of a voice. It's always nice just to hear random.
Yeah.
That's a play-by-play voice right there. Jonathan Kuminga makes his debut for the Atlanta Hawks off the bench in just 24 minutes, has 27 points on 9 of 12 shooting, made 3 of his 4 threes, 7 boards, 4 assists, 2 steals in his first game with Atlanta. Atlanta's going to be a problem next year. They're also going to get that New Orleans pick.
Okay.
And you're looking now at an Atlanta team that has Jalen Johnson, Nickeil Alexander-Walker, Dyson Daniels. I assume Jonathan Kuminga is going to start next year. I still don't know what the hell Zachary Risache is. But he's 20 years old.
Okay.
And they're going to have another pick. When I say a problem, I don't mean they're going to win the East. But I do like the direction they're going. Right now, they're 29 and 31. I wouldn't put the Spurs of next year tag on them at all. But I would say, again, as always, barring injury, I would say the Hawks are going to be above 500 next year and competing for probably a top 6 spot. I really like the direction they're going. I like the decisions they've made. And Jason, I'm not entirely sure that when it comes to public NBA consumption consciousness, if I were to say to you that Jalen Johnson is the most underrated player in the NBA, I would need some other candidates.
Yeah. He's definitely high on that list for sure. He's consistently producing.
He's 24. He just turned 24 late December. He's already in his 5th year in the league. And he's averaging 23 points, 10.5 boards, 9.1 assists, half a block, over a steal a game on splits of 50, 34, and 79. Those are ridiculous. You know what, honestly, those remind me of is, and I can't remember if he did it for the Spurs that year or the Hawks. I think the Spurs. Remember that one year DeJounte Murray randomly almost averaged a triple-double? Yeah. I don't think this is the same, but it's another one of those where you look at the dude's numbers and you go, oh, my God.
Consistently doing it. He really has been.
He really has been. And I just don't think Jalen Johnson. Now, I understand. Hoop heads, Hawks fans. Yes, if you're out there right now going, duh, stupid, I'm telling you, I don't think, like, if we were to say, give me a list of your top 20 MVP candidates, players you think, the 20 players you think are having the best season. Jalen Johnson is absolutely in that top 20, but I honestly wonder how many people would actually say that.
Right.
It's always when one of my favorites is like, hey, and you know this, I'll go around to people in conversation. Well, I don't do this anymore, but and go, hey, give me who has the best resume in NBA history, right? And, you get Michael Jordan. All right, Bill Russell. No wrong answer there. But it always fascinates me to see how far they go before they name Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Mm-hmm. And I swear to God, I've asked that question probably 500 times in my life, and I would say the average rank for Kareem, how long they get to. And remember, I say resume. And I say basketball resume very specifically because I want UCLA included. His average ranking is like
Dave loves L.A. Dave loves it.
No, Dave loves Milwaukee. Talking about Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Oh, UCLA.
His average ranking is like 9.5, dude. He's barely in the top 10. It's like, I don't think there's a question Kareem Abdul-Jabbar at worst has a top 3 resume of all time. Anyways, I'm not saying Jalen Johnson's Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Also not saying he's not.
I'm saying he's not.
A lot of career. And I love Dyson Daniels.
Yeah.
I'm a huge. And by the way, 11 points, 6.5 boards, 6 assists. That's pretty darn good. And then how many steals is he averaging? Oh, just 2. He had 3 last year. Down year for Dyson Daniels.
Yeah, washed.
I would say so. Cavs blew out the Knicks. They're now 6-1 with James Harden. As
you don't believe in him?
Nope.
Yep.
This is typical James. Let's see if I'm right on February 25th, 2026. Happy to be proved wrong. James Harden shows up on the Cavs. They absolutely blow out the rest of the season. They look fantastic. As we get towards the playoffs, you're going to start seeing graphics. Record since whatever the date James Harden debuted for the Cavs. And the Cavs it's going to be like the Spurs, the Cavs, Detroit, and OKC. Mm-hmm. The Cavs are the one team that a lot of players, a lot of teams don't want to play in the Eastern Conference. And then, shockingly, at some point, probably before the conference finals, I would say second to third round, Cavs get eliminated in 6. James Harden averaged 21% shooting over the series and shot 8% in the
Shot them out of it.
Just shot them out of it. His volume was up. His percentage was down. Let's see if that hey, if it doesn't, guess what? If it doesn't happen, if the Cavs were to go and win the NBA Finals this year and James Harden's like the Finals MVP, I'll be the first guy to be like, hey, I was
You'll
wrong.
hate it.
I will hate it, but I will be accountable. I will give credit where credit is due. I promise you I will. But that's also like, if Chris is the Finals MVP, I would hate it. But I'd be like, wow, I did not expect Chris Verlaine to be the Finals MVP, but here we are.
I don't think you'd hate that. If Chris won the Finals MVP,
it would be amazing.
There's more part of you that would have to be stunned and amazed.
I would be stunned and amazed, and we'd get some good interviews.
Yeah. From Chris?
But yes.
Think Chris would show up on the show?
I think that would be him trolling, but I would think, could we get hey, it's our exclusive first talk with Chris Verlaine post-finals MVP, the biggest story in sports history. But then think about it. After all,
what if he went on with Matt and Kayla instead?
No, that's probably what he'd do. Or he'd go across the street. Yeah, he doesn't care. Yeah. But then after all that dies down, he's out of the league. He's blown all his money on betting and giving it to charity or whatever the hell he's going to do. Then he's back with it. You would never, like, everything being, oh, were you a Finals MVP? I don't think so. A lifetime of that, dude. No, thank you. Jason, I know we'll get to what's on tap or what's on deck coming up at 9:28, but I'm already a little bit excited for Thunder Pistons. 4:30 tonight.
Yeah.
Who is favored by how much?
Where is it? In Detroit?
It's in Detroit.
I'm going to go with Thunder by 1.5.
Pistons 2.5.
Did both of you know, you can't change picks, but I'll just ask you on the honor system, would you have changed had you known that both Jalen Duren and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander will be missing the game tonight? Or did you know that?
I'll leave that as is.
Chris?
I probably would have put Detroit a couple more points.
Like what specifically?
Probably 5.5.
5.5. Detroit's favored by 7.5. And I'm just willing to bet that is the most.
I obviously knew that, but I'm trying to play it off because I
see what he did there. Like, oh wow. Yeah. I would just take a guess. I'll bet you that's the most the Thunder have been an underdog all year.
I bet too.
7.5. Yeah. Absolutely. We'll take a break. When we come back, Jason, you read yesterday. It's a piece on the maybe it was a pop-up book. Either way, you consumed. The head coach success in the NFL, a very interesting piece from The Athletic, and we'll focus not just what makes a good coach, but what's been going on with the Raiders. Yeah. Katie Christensen at 9 a.m., what's hot, what's not, and we'll recap, we'll do a 3 of the key for the Rockets. We'll do all that right after this.
You never know what you might hear when listening to a Sacramento Kings game.
Out of Keegan, going for another triple. Man, is he feeling it. Keegan, can he do it? Yes, there's number 11, Keegan Murray. Keegan steps back. He just knocked down his 12th three-pointer, a Kings franchise record. He's got 45 points.
Never miss a moment of Sacramento Kings basketball with Sactown Sports and the Sactown Sports app.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my site softer?
Can I make my site firmer? Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side, your Sleep Number setting. Enjoy personalized comfort for better sleep night after night. And now, during our President's Day sale, take 50% off our limited edition bed, plus an extra $100 off all mattresses. And Saturday, only at a Sleep Number store or sleepnumber.com.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought we'd ever have to use life insurance, but the unexpected happened. With Ethos, signing up was fast and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I'm grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/fast. That's ethos.com/fast.
Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Get ready, Sacramento. The Sacramento Boat Show and Big RV Show is taking over Cal Expo, March 5th through March 8th. It's 2 huge shows, one massive event. Don't miss it. Get details now at 2hugeshows.com.
Country in the Park is back. May 8th and 9th at Cal Expo. Miranda Lambert. John Party. Chris Young. Turnpike Troubadours. Dylan Scott and more. Line dancing, mechanical bulls, and food trucks. Make it a lucky night out of live country music and dancing for your crew. Tickets start at only $68. Country in the Park May 8th and 9th at Cal Expo with Bar None Auction, Sky River Casino, and Trex Decking and Railing. More info at CITPFest.com.
You ever notice how the other guys scream about massive discounts on their Dodge, Chrysler, or Jeep Ram vehicles? Then you get to the fine print and boom, another $5,200 in mandatory ads. At Hoblet, we don't insult your intelligence. The price you see is the price you pay. No mystery add-ons, no bait and switch, no gotcha when you sit down to buy. Hoblet, family owned for 77 years. Transparency, straightforward pricing. Buy it right, buy it at Hoblet.
Guys, did you know your testosterone affects everything in your system, including how you feel and perform every day? Right now, Revive Men's Health Sacramento will check your testosterone for free. Knowing your T levels is the first step in understanding if you have low T. Your testosterone level impacts your energy, libido, sleep, weight, hair loss, mood, and even ED. Maintaining an appropriate T level can change your whole life. Most men start to see changes in their hormone levels in their 30s. Experience and results matter. So what are you waiting for? Get your T levels checked today by local, experienced, and trusted men's health experts. They've helped thousands of men since 2011. They're so confident they can help you, they even guarantee it. Call Revive today and schedule your free testosterone test, free exam, and free consultation. Call Revive Men's Health at 916-277-8599. That's 916-277-8599. Or visit ReviveMen'sHealth.com.
A's fans, the 2026 season is coming fast, and single game tickets are on sale now. Be there for an exciting season packed with theme days, giveaways, and firework nights, including bobbleheads, jerseys, hats, and much more. And getting in is easier than ever. Tickets start at just $8 for select April and May games. From opening day to unforgettable summer nights, there's something for everyone at the ballpark. Get your tickets today at athletics.com/tickets and be part of the excitement this 2026 season.
The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
on Sactown Sports.
Oh, Jason. Eating in the name of. I don't think that's a song. Soundgarden bringing us back. Carmichael Dave, Jason Ross. Christopher Longhead. From the 916, what are splits? Shooting splits. So field goal percentage, 3-point percentage, free throw percentage. Huh? Or the splits.
Could you do the splits?
No,
Ever?
and I tried a lot younger because my little sister she was in gymnastics for a while. Dude, she could do the splits and then do the thing where she lies face down on the ground. So, like, when she was, 7 and 8, she would go to, meets and stuff. And you know what I'm talking about, right? I'm doing the visual. Like, imagine somebody doing the splits, and then they lie all the way down and with, their head on the ground and their body is flat on the ground, and they're doing the splits. And I was kind of jealous, I was, 10. I was like, I want to do the splits. No, I couldn't. I don't even know how. God, okay, if your legs are an angle, what angle do you think you could get to right now?
Oh, I'm terrible. No way.
I'll give you 20 minutes to limber up, to be fair. I don't know that could I get to. I think I could get to maybe 100 degrees. I think I could get a little over a 90-degree angle. Whereas, splits are 180. Chris?
Not even close.
And then, then you rip your pants.
Be lucky if that's all you ripped.
Mm-hmm. Brandon on the chat says that was Rage Against the Machine bringing us back. Incorrect.
Really?
Yeah, that's not. We got it right in front of us.
Yep.
It's obviously Soundgarden off their Bad Motorfinger album.
That's what I'm
Killing in the Name of. Big Soundgarden hit. Head coach success. Jason, take us through this. This is from The Athletic. With a little bit of data involved.
Yeah, so they did a bunch of, there was a whole new coaching class that just came in for the NFL, new head coaches, Raiders included.
Yeah.
And the Raiders were kind of prominently featured in this piece by The Athletic, but they basically had criteria of how they deemed success. Obviously, win-loss percentage, trips to the playoff games won, trips to the Super Bowl, all that, and so on and so forth. And so there have been a lot. I think the data was since 2000, maybe?
Yeah.
Or 1990 even? No, it was 2000.
Okay.
And so on and so forth. They kept going, whether you've gotten there was no correlation on whether it was a previous coach or a coordinator. Some coaches had what they deemed was quick success and then got out, like Gary Kubiak for the Broncos, who came in. They won a bunch, got a Super Bowl, and got out of there. He didn't coach very long. Even Bruce Arians, the second time with Tampa, wasn't there very long, or his second run around as a coach.
Sure.
So, but the interesting piece to me was, like, it's difficult to continue to be unsuccessful. And they basically said the Raiders had, at the point of this piece, and I think they've had another, I don't think they counted Pete Carroll even in there. They deemed them as they went 1 for 10.
Gruden being the one?
No. This would be interesting. I think the one that they deemed that had what they would call success had a trip to the playoffs and is the only one that had a winning record as a Raiders coach. Above 500. It's not much. It's like 2 or 3 games.
Not Tom Cable, was it?
No.
No. It wasn't McDaniels. Wasn't Carroll.
I had forgotten, too, by the way.
What's his face? The Giants former guy.
No.
Whatever.
Del Rio?
Yep.
Oh, wow.
Jack Del Rio.
Done. He looked it up.
Again.
God.
But the fact that this long for this organization, that, I mean, there was a time like this was kind of one of the organizations of the NFL, and now it's just been so long.
Yeah.
Like up to about 2000. Yeah, he went to the Super Bowl, obviously, in, 2002. But it kind of counted from that point on. So it was the hiring after Gruden. I think it was Callahan to so on and so forth. And it just.
The tough one with that Del Rio season was Carr getting hurt.
Yes.
Right at the end of the season.
Yeah.
That was the playoff against the Texans?
Correct.
Yeah.
And then now you've got another new coach. And I don't know what, why it works for some organizations, why some, so if I'm thinking about it, the Raiders and their, like.
I do, but
what?
Go ahead.
No, I mean, you were saying
ownership?
ownership?
So let's say 100%.
Okay,
well,
but, and I'm not even saying you're
80%.
That's where I would lean to. But I honestly think John Gruden is a good coach.
Mm-hmm.
So he was there before under Al Davis more so.
Yeah.
Now this time,
yeah.
I mean, what is Mark Davis then in this case keeping from them being successful? What is he doing?
Right.
In your mind, I'm not even saying you're wrong because that's where I'd go.
Sure,
it's the same owner.
Sure.
Do you have an answer for that?
I do. I think I do. And again, this is speculation.
Mm-hmm.
I've never been in the room.
Like, I don't think they've been cheap.
No, they haven't at all. That's not a part of it. And
just hiring the wrong personnel.
So if we were to look at coaching stability in the NFL, what's the first team that comes to mind? Coaching stability.
Oh, stability would be the Steelers.
The Steelers.
Yeah.
If I played, I mean, I'm guessing if I showed you 10 pictures of older men, would you know who the Steelers owner is? Maybe. Would you be able to pick them? If I said, hey, here's 10 pictures of 70-year-old men, one of them is an NFL owner, do you think you'd be able to pick out, was it Art Rooney III or whatever? I don't know.
Absolutely.
You do?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
He's the U.S. ambassador to Ireland.
Oh, are you big on U.S. ambassador knowledge?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, my bad. Well, then you're the guy. I think everybody would be able to pick out Mark Davis. The problem.
But what's the problem with it? I don't think he's like a front-facing.
I don't think he
with that hair.
I don't think he is now. Here's what I think went on with Mark Davis. Okay, I think Mark Davis. Let's start with the fact that he's the son of Al Davis.
Yeah, but he's not Jerry Jones.
He's not Jerry Jones, but Al, and we'll get to Jerry in a second. But I think Al Davis is arguably the most involved and probably successfully involved owner in football history, maybe sports history. Now, he wasn't, especially towards the end, Al Davis wasn't great.
Right.
But Al Davis was on the sidelines. Al Davis knew football. Al Davis could coach a team damn near. Al Davis was a trailblazer. And then you have to live up to that. And you're like the goofy Nepo baby kid with the bowl haircut who's trying to live in the literal shadow of the shadow. Good luck with that. And so I think the problem with Mark Davis for all those years is Mark had to have input. Mark was trying to be like his dad. Mark was in there letting people know what his opinion was. And my thoughts on successful ownership are almost unimpeachable. And that doesn't mean that you can't have exceptions to the rule. I believe that if you took the 10 most successful owners in the NFL, the NBA, and Major League Baseball, you would see an overwhelming commonality between all of them, which is they understand what they're good at, and they understand, more importantly, what they're not good at. They understand that just because they own a team, it does not make them a football expert. And they can go in and they can weigh in, but why is their weigh in more important than your weigh in or Chris's weigh in or the fan on the streets weigh in? They made their money in oil or tech or whatever. You haven't sat and played and or watched tape and broken down film for decades like these football people have. And instead of going out and saying, here's what I need, let's really talk about, let's go into the world of purchasing a franchise. You buy a franchise, NFL, baseball, well, it doesn't matter. You buy a franchise, okay? Let's use Vivek. Let's actually use Vivek as the example.
Okay.
The deal closes. He gets the keys. I don't know how it works. You want to put your own stamp on it, and you had Jeff Petrie there for a minute, but really, who the hell is there? What did he do? He went out and got Chris Mullen. Remember when he called in on the show? Chris Mullen and Mitch Richmond and there's somebody. Oh, it's Pete D'Alessandro. And they go and they get Pete D'Alessandro, but who's he asking for that advice from? Who's he getting the advice from? And by the way, the first hire was Michael Malone. Pretty good hire in the end. Now I want to get away from Vivek because I don't want this to sound like I'm bashing him. Too many times owners think they're experts, and what they need to understand if they're going to be successful is, dude, you're not an expert. Run the business. Oversee everything. But when it comes to basketball, the limit of your involvement should be, can we afford it? Can we pay? I need $20 million to sign this guy. Can we pay for it? The Oklahoma City Thunder are the defending world champions, okay? When the hell have we ever seen Clay Bennett do anything? I'm not talking about him stealing the team from Seattle.
How about when he saved our team?
I'm talking about we don't see Clay Bennett. We don't hear from Clay Bennett. The San Antonio Spurs are right there. How often have you heard from Peter Holt? When has Peter Holt done anything or Bennett other than, I'm going to go get R.C. Buford. I'm going to go get Greg Popovich. They're going to create the culture. I'm going to write the checks.
But do you think Mark Davis is seen or shown any more or any less than Robert Kraft?
No, that's a fair comparison. I think Robert Kraft is one of those guys that went out and got Bill Belt, has been able to do this, is arguably the most successful owner in the game. I don't know the answer to this. I'll just bet Robert Kraft lets his football people make the decisions. He's probably in the room.
Yeah. And Mark Davis took some people from New England.
Yes. And
didn't work.
Culture to culture.
Yeah.
And the amount of successful billionaires that have such a difficult time learning that lesson at their own peril and the peril of their fan bases is insane. We'll take a break. When we come back, what's hot, what's not. We'll do a 3 in the key for the Kings and Rockets tonight. And then Katie Christensen will lead off the final hour next.
Listen to the #1 sports lineup in Sacramento.
The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross, Matt George, and Kayla Anderson. The Drive Guys with Kevin Gleason and Alan Stiles.
Every weekday live and local 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Online at SactownSports.com or download the app right on your phone. Your #1 source for all your Northern California sports. Sactown Sports 1140.
This is the sound of Jack buzz cutting his way to a small fortune. To Jack, every time he cuts his own hair, that's $50 right in his pocket. If Jack sees DIY buzz cuts as a saving strategy, Wells Fargo is right behind him. And with their mobile app, tracking his savings is easy. Oh, ouch. However you make money work, we can work with that.
Mobile carriers' message and data rates may apply. Wells Fargo Bank, N.A., member FDIC.
Paramount Pictures and Spyglass Media Group present Scream 7, when a new Ghostface killer emerges in the quiet town where Sidney Prescott has built a new life. Her darkest fears are realized as her daughter becomes the next target. Determined to protect her family, Sidney must face the horrors of her past to put an end to the bloodshed once and for all. Starring Neve Campbell, Isabel May, Jasmine Savoy Brown, Mason Gooding, with Matthew Lillard, Joel McHale, and Courtney Cox. In theaters February 27th.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You need someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now you can meet them fast on ZipRecruiter.
Build your team, build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try it for free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
Check engine or ABS light on? Take the guesswork out of your warning lights with O'Reilly Veriscan. It's free. Ask for O'Reilly Veriscan.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Every business starts with an idea. With smart business buying from Amazon Business, get everything you need to grow in one familiar place. From office supplies to IT essentials and maintenance tools. Ready to bring your visions to life? Learn how at amazonbusiness.com.
Power Business Technology is proud to be a 100% independent, locally owned and managed Toshiba copier dealer. Local ownership cuts out the red tape, allowing ourselves to never be too busy to personally answer the call when our clients need us. Recognized for excellence in service execution, training, and customer service, we're proud to be named a Toshiba ProMasters Elite dealer since 2021. Contact us today for all of your business printing needs at 844-POWER-BZ. That's 844-769-3729. Or visit us at powercopiers.com.
Injured and you're considering an LA law firm looking to charge you 45% to 50% in attorney's fees? That's overcharging. Ashton & Price has been around for over 25 years, and I can tell you no matter how complicated your injury case, you should never be charged 45% or 50% in attorney's fees ever. Direct, experienced, unrelenting, and honest local representation matters. It's called Home Court Advantage for a reason. Ashton & Price serious local attorneys for serious people with serious injuries. So for the best local advice, don't think twice. Call Ashton & Price.
Spring is here, and there's really nothing better than hitting the open road in a new Honda. Whether you're shopping new or pre-owned, Stockton Honda has the selection and savings, plus get top dollar for your trade. And while life's roads are often filled with bumps, buying from Stockton Honda couldn't be smoother. Wherever the road you travel might lead, Stockton Honda is happy to get you there. Come in today or go to StocktonHonda.com.
Anytime, anywhere, it's all here. StocktonHonda.com.
What's hot?
Yeah, hot. Real hot. And what's not?
It's not good. Brought to you by American Energy Heating and Air, Sacramento's complete heating and cooling company, and second opinion partner.
Who? I said who? It's hot.
Donovan Dent.
Okay.
I know who that is.
What?
Yesterday in UCLA's 81-62 win over USC, Donovan Dent had 30 points and 7 assists. You go back to his last game, he had 14 points and 15 assists.
And what else?
In a win over
Illinois at the buzzer, game winner, walk off, but okay.
He is the first player in Division I history, and by history I mean the last 30 seasons, to have 40 or more points and 20 or more assists with 0 turnovers in a 2-game span.
Interesting. Hey, well done. Well done. Well done.
I agree.
19-9 UCLA, 18-10 USC. The Battle of LA. Dave loves LA. Dave loves it. Battle of Los Angeles, another Soundgarden album.
Battle of Los Angeles was a PWG tournament during Labor Day.
Oh, yes, the purple, hold on, the purple PWG, the purple wiener grapes.
Pro Wrestling Gorilla.
There's a pro wrestling gorilla?
Gorilla, not gorilla.
Oh, okay. Mine would be better, dude.
And that's the first time anyone's ever quoted Captain Ron on a radio station before.
If there was a pro wrestling gorilla that just like entered, like what are the ones where the last guy in the ring wins? Battle Royal. Gorilla's winning every time. The Wrath of Harambe. Be more interesting. I'd watch.
Sounds like something at Hood Slam.
What? We already did what's not, right? That was part of your UCLA sandwich. Oh, who's not?
Luka Doncic.
More LA stuff.
He was Kobe Bryant on the floor against the Magic. That meaning he was 8 of 24, 2 of 10 from the three-point line. He did have 22 points because he cried for his free throws, but he only was 4 of 9 for the free throw line. And they lost by 1 point to the Orlando Magic, 110 to 109.
110 to 109. Yeah, and there was a lot of indecision going on at the end of that game. By the way, not one but two different people are still on the text line at 916-339-1140, insisting that song we came back to is Rage Against the Machine. Come on, guys.
Okay.
You Shazammed it to make sure during the
We
break.
actually checked during the break. All of us. It's clearly Killing in the Name of by Soundgarden. I don't know if that bit's ever going to get old, Jason. I don't know if that yeah, exactly. 3 in the key. Kings Houston right now. George Jetson used to work for a company that was called Spacely Sprockets. Let's see if the Kings can have 2 games in a row where they win against the Rockets.
Is that first part true?
Yeah, Spacely Sprockets. Mr. Spacely?
I remember Mr. Spacely, but it was Spacely Sprockets.
Jetson, you're fired.
They made Sprockets.
Yeah, they made Sprockets. Also could have gone with Tyler Lockett. Herbie Hancock had a hit in the 80s called Rocket, but,
Miami Vice, Tubbs and
Crockett. A lot of kids today like to make videos and TikTok it.
Probably something you used to eat a lot of, Hot
Pockets. And if I choked on it, I'd snort and then drop a big Hocket on the floor. No?
Oh, yes, the famous Hocket.
Hocket. Jaime Hocket Jr.
Do you know what my favorite part of that bit is?
What?
There's like a little light in your eyes. You're like, I got it. Like right before you start singing.
Because I have. If you play it from the beginning, I basically have 2 seconds. Because I make it a point to black out my brain beforehand. Like there's no preparation.
That's when you do it.
And then sometimes it happens. Sometimes magic happens. Usually it doesn't.
Only twice a season.
Does magic happen?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. There in a way. Magic. Tragic. Goran Dragic. All right, Jason Ross.
Bob Saget.
Dave, have you listened to popular female rapper Glorilla? She's also Brandon Ingram's girlfriend and was linked to Dame Lillard as well. I've now heard of Glorilla for the first time. No, I have not. Huh?
You don't remember when you said the other day, is Glorilla a person?
I did.
Because she was in the Celebrity All-Star game.
Oh, I did. Glorilla. Hey. Glorilla. Gonna listen on the way home. Back to you.
All right, we are looking for the first and last Kings to score tonight. First Kings points, last Kings points.
It's going to be a little runner from Max Reno. That's going to lead us off. And then the final King to score will be, it's going to be Daquan Plowden.
I have got Achua
first,
and then Killian Hayes second. Last,
Killian in the name of Bonnet. A lot of that today.
On a Soundgarden.
Yeah, Soundgarden.
Chris?
I'm going to say Westbrook.
Westbrook?
And I'm going to say Westbrook.
Wow, you're going for the Russ sandwich. Okay.
Next up, we are looking for the high score tonight for the Sacramento Kings.
The highest.
For the Sacramento Kings.
The leading scorer?
Mm-hmm.
Nah, give me Westbrook.
How many?
23.
Westbrook, 23.
23.
I'm going to go with Monk with 19.
I'm going to say Westbrook, 24.
Really? No, we're doing. That's what we're doing.
And then random stat that you're predicting to happen.
Well, no Dylan Brooks tonight, so there's that.
Who?
Dylan Brooks.
For the Rockets?
No. Why would he play for the Rockets? He's not even on Houston.
Got you.
But he's not playing at all.
He's not playing in this game, you're right.
He is not. That's 100% factual. Keegan Murray, 4 threes.
You're doing that one again?
Why not? It's going to happen at some point.
I have Killian Hayes, 5 or more assists.
You know, Keegan Murray, 5 or more assists. You know what? That's a good call, actually. I can see that happening.
Okay, thanks.
Keegan Murray, 4 threes is this year's use check touchdown.
Yes, it is.
It is.
Chris?
Westbrook is going to lead all scorers against his former team for the Kings' second win.
You know what could happen? How about none of us went for it? Can I do a bonus?
Sure. It's a bonus.
Westbrook and Durant have words.
What are words for?
The words got in the way. No, because it was
More than words?
Yeah.
Westbrook and Durant have words.
Words up.
Are we like, these aren't pleasantries?
No, they're not. They're not pleasant. No, they
They're
have
anger.
to, like, there will be, like, a step in between.
Okay.
Not
Step and
not
repeat?
necessarily a fight, but yeah, step and
in the
repeat.
name of love?
Yeah.
Westbrook and
Step
Durant
and
have
wolf.
words.
Yeah.
Yeah. Step by step.
Step and rule. Step father.
Every little step.
Oh, the Hillary step, which is a real thing. That's the last thing that you go up to on Mount Everest.
Stepford Wise. Brooke Steppy.
Damn it! Come on. You're
Step Curry.
Step Throat.
Damn it! No. Step throat. I had to think.
Shame on you.
Step. Oh, nope, not that one. Step. Nope, I'm out. You're the king.
Step?
Damn it, you're the king of the steps, dude. What was the one we did before Step?
He's
Step
a-
Hendrickson.
I think you might have just stolen it.
Boom, from the top rope.
From the,
oh my God.
At the buzzer.
From the logo. Ha, ha, ha.
That was like when the Dolphins, like years ago, acted like they were about to spike the ball and then threw it for a touchdown.
Yes.
That's what you did.
You guys were a bunch of Leon Letts, and I was Don Beebe, baby. All right, enough of that. We'll take a break. When we come back, Katie Christensen. Yeah. Has she been confirmed?
Yes.
Okay. Katie Christensen joins us coming up next as we drive towards 10 a.m. and Matt and Kayla in the meeting. Oh, speaking of driving, I was talking to Chad Hoblet of Hoblet Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Woodland the other day. What up, Chad? His Ram Truck Month's going on right now. You can get the new Ram you want. Quite frankly and candidly, I might say, at the most affordable price I've seen in years. You can lease a 2026 Ram 1500 Laramie for as low as $399 a month for 39 months. You know what? That's $13,000 off MSRP on a brand new 2026 Ram truck. Remember I was telling you yesterday, other dealerships are marking it up. Hoblet Dodge marking it down. $399 a month. It almost feels like it can't be real for a brand new 2026 Ram truck. It's pretty impressive how Chad and his team have been able to find all the savings. They're a fifth generation family-owned dealer with the goal always being and continues to be to serve you and save as much as possible. Save you as much as possible. Search, select, and save through their own inventory at hobletdodge.com. Unbeatable prices, unbeatable selection. Nobody beats Hoblet, period. Katie Christensen next. Everybody sit up straight right here on Sactown Sports.
The San Francisco 49ers play on Sactown Sports 1140.
Touchdown 49ers! Every game on your #1 sports station. Don't miss the action on your local sports leader. Sactown Sports 1140.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Have you tried my Colombian tamales?
Yes, but the Mexican tamales I brought are way better.
Colombian tamales wrapped in plantain leaves are unmatched, you know.
But the Mexican tamales wrapped in corn husks are the authentic ones.
At least we can agree that they taste better with Pepsi.
Without a doubt, tamales deserve Pepsi. No matter what tamales you love, enter for a chance to win a year's worth of groceries. Powered by Pepsi. No purchase necessary. U.S. residents 18 or over. Ends April 5th, 2026. Rules at pepsipromo.com/free groceries. Pepsi is a registered trademark of Pepsi Going.
Meet Morgan Jones. Morgan is about to step into a world unknown to most, thanks to Progressive's Renters Insurance, a place of fresh linens and turn-down service. You see, Morgan temporarily vacated her apartment and has gone to a hotel because a pipe burst in her apartment. A pipe that made her sense of reality and apartment ceiling all come crashing down. Luckily, Morgan checked into Progressive's Protection Zone. Get a quote at progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and third-party insurers.
Jackson Hewitt handles your taxes and your stress. Inhale our no surprise price of $149 or less. Exhale, paying more for complicated taxes. You won't. Inhale new tax law knowledge. Exhale, missing out on your biggest refund? Certainly not. Don't miss paying $149 or less. Rest easy. Jackson Hewitt's got your taxes. Guaranteed. Limited time offer for new clients on federal returns. Participating locations only. Terms at jacksonhewitt.com/149.
There are many reasons to choose Gonzalez Law Offices as a dedicated trial lawyer with an undefeated record from 2016 through 2019, and you'll know that no case is too big or too small. Due to his success, hard work, and commitment to excellence, attorney Jonathan Gonzalez has been listed in Super Lawyers Rising Stars, as well as in the top 40 under 40 list by national trial lawyers. You can find Gonzalez Law Office online at saclegaldefense.com or call him at 916-304-9187.
KHD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento. From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
This is Sactown Sports 1140. The Carmichael Dave Show.
He's on the microphone when he's not on the microphone. He's playing a song, and when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone, and then boom!
With Jason Ross.
No, he didn't! Yes, he did!
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on Sactown Sports.
Yeah.
Yep. The busy. What did we say we were going to ask Katie today earlier? Something we were going to say.
Yeah, you were going to ask her something about.
What was I going to ask her? It wasn't about returning phone calls or texts.
No,
I know
she's mad at you.
I know the answer to that. I think she's mad at me. That's fine.
Oh, it was about your trip to China. About
the
Sparrows.
Gotcha. Joining us right now, the analyst for your Sacramento Kings, the one, the only. Katie Christensen, good morning.
Wow, what an introduction. Seems so excited to speak with me.
What are you talking about? Wait, was that a bad introduction?
The only, Katie. Good morning, Katie.
You know what? How about learn?
Hi, Katie.
How about learn to use your phone?
Good morning, Jason.
See?
How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
See, no acknowledgement.
Fantastic.
Steamrolled right over that.
Yeah.
I'm
gosh.
Apparently, I'm grounded.
Yeah, I'll deal with you later, David.
See? Yeah, exactly. And can I tell you? I'll say this. I don't care. I'll say it publicly. I sent her pictures of my pedicure I was getting.
Oh.
Because remember I told you.
No comment?
She's the only one else that I've ever gotten a pedicure with.
Okay.
And nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing back.
You're on timeout.
So he sent pictures, but nothing else.
I was just
no words, no nothing.
What did you need? A caption?
Like, oh, great. Like foot health care. Like, okay. Yeah.
It was, you should have taken it as, which is exactly how I thought you would take it, is as I took you to your one and only pedicure. I had to drag you to go to your pedicure, and now you're volunteering.
Oh my God, that was like a decade ago.
It was a decade ago, and you had to drag me to it, and look at me doing it all by myself now. And
you're all grown up.
I know. And such a big boy now.
And my Tootsies they're just the best. Okay, so anyways, we got to get to King stuff, but I did.
He's hooked on him now.
So we started this earlier this morning because on the pedicures, not the Kings.
Yeah.
We started this morning because Mason's he takes Mandarin. He's going to China this summer. All right, with his class.
Oh, wow.
And I was talking about how when we went to China and how you were annoyed at how excited I was at all the gear that we were getting and the headphones and stuff.
Well, and you'd never really flown before, and so you were like, it was like flying with like a 5-year-old.
It's not that I hadn't flown before. I hadn't flown since 1997, and this was 2013.
Well, that's a long time.
Yeah, that's a way to get over your fear of flying.
Yeah.
So Katie and I are sitting next to each other, and she's just she's like, yeah, dude, it's a plane, and there's things, and there's food. Like, get over it, whatever. I'm like,
what is this, elementary school?
And I'm like, Katie, they have Kings on the headphones. so we land, and I'm going to try to tell this as best I can, Katie, just in case you don't remember like I do, but if you'll remember, we landed, I think we were in Beijing first, and we had like some free time, and we were in some sort of a park or market. I don't know what the hell it was. And you remember Brad and Eva Jenkins, and Brad went and got a stick. I don't know what else to describe it. A stick of sparrows, and that were grilled or cooked or something, and he was eating them. And the way I remember it is he offered you one of the sparrows or something, and you took a bite. And I was saying how I would.
Okay, so it's I think you're misremembering. So you're right. I did eat a sparrow. We'll just get the highlight of the story out of the way. But while we were there, because I don't know how many fans know this. Like the Kings used to own their broadcast. So, like, we used to do a bunch of features and all these things, and they would, air during the season for halftimes, and they would be, online features and things like that. Like, I did a whole New York one the year that they drafted Tyreek Evans, and we just did, like, kind of fun feature stuff. And they were doing a feature kind of that little marketplace. And so the feature really was about me going around trying really, really random food.
She's 100%
And
right.
one of them was a sparrow on a stick. And I'm sure it lives online somewhere. And people, if they're super interested, could go and be like, oh, yeah, there's Katie eating a sparrow. I had a lot of listen, I've lived all over the world. And the one thing that I learned is like to be open to like trying food in the countries that I'm living in. And I'm not really scared of things like that. Now, if it's a bug, like I'm not going to eat a bug or something like that, but I'll eat a sparrow. Sure, why not?
Yeah. No,
I won't eat a pet. Let's just be clear. I won't eat a pet.
Oh,
all right?
So nobody has a sparrow?
I will say I had chapulines, which are grasshoppers in Mexico City, which were very good.
Nope.
Were they covered in chocolate?
No, it was more of like pepper and like spices type of thing. It was almost like sunflower seeds.
So here's my thing. I understand that a lot of people around the world eat bugs and whatnot. Here's my thing. If you can't take the insides out that, process and eliminate and like all those things, I really don't want to visually imagine that while I'm chewing.
I don't. I think that's actually perfectly well said. And
That's where I draw the line.
No, I'm with you. And you know what? Thank you. I knew I was misremembering, and that is right. She was doing a thing, I don't remember
content.
I don't remember what the hell else you ate. I just remember her taking it. And I think at one point, like after the shot, I think you tried to get me to take a bite. And I was just like, and she was like, look, you have to open up it was one of those, open up your whatever's. It's like, I'm good. And then,
we also did a really fun thing about hiking the Great Wall of China. Like poor Jeff Anderson had to follow me around with a camera, and I was like running that thing. It was a great trip. It was a great trip.
You mean the one where I got separated from the group and had to borrow money to take the go-kart down because I was separated from everybody and almost got lost?
I don't remember that at all.
Why'd you get separated?
Why'd I get separated? Because I got ditched, man.
Because he couldn't run the wall?
No, I was taking pictures I took a picture for somebody, and then when I turned around, we were all in groups. My group was gone. And then I ended up wandering the Great Wall of China by myself for like an hour and getting scared like I was in fourth grade and like got left at the Thrifties. And then and then that's when I ended up taking the go-kart down to the bottom of the Great Wall of China. And I promise you I told Katie about it, and I promise you she laughed about it. And I promise
I probably did. It didn't register with me.
It said something.
Not a core memory,
no, But apparently the
Dave's still shook.
I am. I'm still traumatized. Anyways, all right. Well, now that we got pedicures and sparrows out of the way, let's get to your Sacramento Kings.
They won.
They won. We are talking to Katie, one of the rare times this year we've spoken to her on the heels of a victory. And they take on Houston tonight. Houston is obviously heavily favored in this game. But, Katie, the Kings have won 4 of 6 from the Houston Rockets, including the sweep last year. Is that just one of those styles make fights things?
Yeah, I don't know. Sometimes it can be part of the schedule, like if they're on a second night of a back-to-back, like all those things factor in. But, I think that for whatever reason, there's always matchups that just seem to favor a team regardless of their overall record and so on and so forth. But, Houston is a team that, facing them in late February, they're really trying to tighten up and lock down, right, heading into the playoffs. And so, it's certainly got its challenges in a ton of ways. This is an incredibly athletic team that does an excellent job on the offensive boards, on the glass overall. They like to run. They're a very physical defensive team. Obviously, Ime Udoka's whole kind of approach to defense is very much like Jerry Sloan's was with the Utah Jazz. Plays super physical. They can't call fouls nonstop. So the Kings have to be ready to kind of match that physicality and do a good job on that end of not letting it disrupt them offensively. Turnovers lead to lobs and dunks for this team, in transition, because Thompson is fantastic in that regard. But yeah, so it's certainly a challenge, but at the same time, they've done really well with this matchup in the past.
Katie, something Dave and I were talking about yesterday, I'd love your input on. We're talking about Keegan, and he does so many wonderful things for this team, and you can understand why he is out there and what he does to help this team in a lot of ways. And while Sabonis and Levine and maybe DeRozan and Westbrook are playing, it's probably tough for him to be a high-volume shooter or a top of the option offensively. But two of those guys are now out, and Westbrook and DeRozan still demand kind of that shot presence, I guess. But I guess what I'm asking is when those guys aren't on the floor, or even this back end of the season here, is there a time where we can really see Keegan kind of try to be that featured number one offensive player just to see what that looks like for 10 games or so?
Yeah, 100%. Listen, Keegan is certainly a centerpiece of the franchise moving forward. Obviously, with veterans like Russ and DeMar, what their future in the timeline with this organization is specifically, it's hard to say at this point. This is a team that is certainly in flux and trying to build and move forward, and building, you need young guys, right? And the thing with Keegan is we have seen, has he played 22, 23 games? This might be the 23rd game of the season tonight. He hasn't been able to build any type of momentum or anything like that. But when he came back from his first injury of the season, he came out gangbusters in the first quarter and, a lot of shots, was doing really well. But he has a tendency to kind of fade away. He'll have one really good quarter or he'll get subbed out and then he comes back in and it's he won't have a shot, or he'll have one or two for the next, quarter. And that's something that I would like to see really change, is just see him be featured a little bit more offensively. But Doug talked about, a couple games ago, it was on this road trip, or maybe it was his first game back from injury right before we left on this trip.
I think it was.
It might have been.
Yeah, the Orlando game.
Yeah, the Orlando game. It all kind of runs together. He had talked about what he wants from Keegan moving forward, and it's a lot of things, right? He wants to see him coming down off of pin down actions and just a lot of different variety within the offense in terms of how he can score, how he gets the ball. But one of the things he talked about was about seeing him in transition. He said, I want to see him get the ball, the rebound, and take it in transition, lead the break, look to really be dominant in that aspect. And then in that game against Orlando, we saw it a lot, but he struggled in that one component. He was not managing the fast break very well, had some turnovers, would get deep in the paint and then just kind of, turn it over, bad decision, not make the shot. And that's just one area where I looked at it and was wow, that's an area where Doug wants him to grow, and he certainly can grow in that aspect. But you could see it's not an element of his game that he's super comfortable with. And it makes me kind of reach back to that rookie year where, he broke the all-time record for threes made by a rookie at 206 that season. And he had one thing to his game, which was catch and shoot threes. And then his second year he comes and we start to see him, one or two dribble pull up. We start to see the mid-range game a little bit more. We start to see his defense start to be prevalent and featured and something oh, wow, he's growing. And we keep seeing more and more come of his offensive game. But I said it at the beginning of his second season. I think Keegan Murray is going to be an all-star in this league. I truly believe that because he is a two-way player. His size and, in his positional size, his versatility on defense, he's going to be able to be an all-star in this league. I truly, truly believe that. But we're seeing the elements of his game where he still needs work. And the only way you can really work on that is to work on him in games. And So, I thought since that Orlando game, he's done a better job in transition. There hasn't been as many opportunities in transition. But, I think that moving forward the last 20 or so games, seeing him put into some uncomfortable positions or, into some positions offensively where they're going to rely heavier on him is only beneficial for this team moving forward.
Katie Christensen joining us. Another thing we were talking about yesterday, be interesting to get your thoughts on, is that the natural thought of a lot of the fans, and not just fans, I think a lot of us have thought about this. Like, look, DeMar DeRozan, Russ Westbrook, I won't count Sabonis and Levine because they're not playing, but, every shot they take is a shot that, Daquan Plowden or Max Reynaud or whoever doesn't take. And why do they even exist on the team when it's an obvious rebuild? Let the youngs, blah, blah. You're familiar with that way of thinking. What we were trying to do is say, any player we've ever talked to, anyone who's ever been in the league said you have to have vets that are on any team with any sort of young players or it doesn't work. And by the way, Russ Westbrook, first ballot Hall of Famer, DeMar DeRozan, as much respect, if not more than anyone in the league. Why do they have to have vets?
Well, I mean, clearly, I'll use the game against Memphis as an example. Memphis was super aggressive, full court defensively. And you saw that stretch of time where it's like, oh my gosh, the Kings just kept turning it over because it was Jalen Wells, I believe. No, it was Scottie Pippen Jr. that was picking up full court and I think turned the Kings over 3 or 4 times in a row, right? He had a ridiculous number of steals in that game. He was so aggressive defensively, and you had 2 guys on the floor in Malik Monk and Nate Clifford who were bringing the ball up the court, and their true position is not point guard, so they're not in that position very often to handle the ball in those situations. Well, DeMar and Russ have been playing around 20 to 22 minutes a game here as of late, right? They played a lot more in this game. And Russ came back on the floor, and he absolutely dominated in full court, handling the ball, getting downhill. He has seen every defense there is. And so for some of these guys to be able to, be put in that position and, for lack of a better word, to kind of fail when faced with some different defense and stuff, and then to see Russ come back out and how he manages the pressure, what he does. Learning is not just about being thrown out there. It's also about being able to watch how veterans who have a plethora of experience and years in the league, how they handle different situations, how they think the game. DeMar is great to have on the floor no matter what, because he's drawing massive double teams right now. And yes, he's going to score and he's going to get his shots even through double teams and whatnot. But more times than not, he's moving the ball on and he's giving them an opportunity just from his presence on the floor to get a better shot because he's drawing so much attention. So again, that's just the game and how these young guys need to see it, to learn it. And then DeMar does such a fantastic job of getting to the free throw line. So again, it's watching what does he do to be so good at getting to the free throw line. That's another area where, Doug Christie has said he wants Keegan to get to the free throw line 4 to 6 times a game, which, isn't a lot when you think about it or you don't think it is. But he said ultimately 8 times, and that's elite level for being able to average 8 free throw attempts a game. Well, if you can't watch DeMar and see when a defender reaches out just to touch and gauge distance, he immediately rips through and goes up into the shot. He draws the foul. That's how he gets to the free throw line. And it was really Russell Westbrook that Denny Advia kind of picked that up from. And look at Denny Advia now in Portland. He was an all-star this year, but he torches people getting to the free throw line. And so that's why veterans are important.
Katie, we talked to you, I know, around the deadline and talked about the challenges of a guy like DeAndre Hunter coming to a new team and but you're a part of that team. You're going to play. Now he's a example here with the injury that he won't the rest of this year, but I'm thinking about the guys they signed to short-term contracts here as far as Baldwin and Hayes. What about that challenge where you could be here for 10 days, you could be here for the rest of the season, joining a team and then getting, thrown in at the point guard position the other day for Hayes. What are the challenges these guys are going to have here going forward?
Well, they're going to keep things incredibly simple with them on the floor. I know that Killian's definitely going to get time during his 10-day contract, and there's obviously the potential for him to be picked up the rest of the season, which it really just gives them an opportunity to potentially land somewhere, whether it's here or another team, even looking at next season, right? I don't know how much Patrick is going to be involved in the rotation. I think with the injuries and stuff like that, specifically to Dylan Cardwell, that's where having him is an insurance policy. And he played in Washington when Mike Miller was on that coaching staff. So he's familiar with the offensive sets that Mike Miller runs. So that's, a little bit beneficial for him in that situation. But, it's really Max Reynaud, Precious Achiuwa, and Drew Eubanks, who have all been here all season, kind of in that big spot. But if something happened to one of them, you need that insurance policy. So I think that's kind of where, Patrick Baldwin Jr. kind of fits in that sense. And we'll see what his playing time looks like. But, I mean, these are guys that have, extreme motivation, because any opportunity, whether it's a 10-day contract or even being ultimately signed through the remainder of the season, which is, 20-some-odd games at this point, it's just about trying to find a sticking spot in the NBA where you can sign at least a one-year deal, right? But it is a tough position to be in, in professional sports.
You mentioned earlier about the Rockets and Ime Udoka's Jerry Sloan-esque attitude towards defense. They can't call everything. And you didn't get a chance, I'm sure, to see the Spurs-Pistons game because you were doing the Kings game at the time. And I watched a lot of it, and it was phenomenal. And the Pistons, they're the same way. And if it's the Pistons and Thunder, it's going to be a throwback 80s style series in the finals. So I was looking, Thunder, Pistons, Knicks, Rockets. Those are four of the top 7 teams in the NBA right now. Do you think it's sort of a sea change that we're swinging back towards old school defense to be a title team, or
heck yeah.
Okay.
No, I'm here for it.
Yeah,
I love it. I've seen this shift really going back last year. You might even say the year before, but certainly last year and this year. There is even Chauncey Billups in Portland. That's been his whole thing since he was in Portland. And obviously all that stuff going on. It's Thiago Splitter, who is in that head chair right now. But you have all these kind of throwback NBA guys that they're coming in and given the opportunity to run a team. They're like, listen, it's going to be about defense. And I am absolutely loving it. And the crazy thing is about it right now is that the changes in the rules in the NBA over the last decade or so, and they continue to change, right? There's always adjustments to rules every single year and so on and so forth. It's gotten to the point where you're at such a disadvantage as a defender in this league. Every single advantage that there is goes to the offense. You even look at the 3-second rule. That 3-second rule is there, defensively, because they want that lane to be cleared, because from a viewership standpoint, they're like, okay, they want threes, they want lobs, they want dunks, they want that kind of flashy offense. And so the defense over the last 10 years plus has had to kind of adjust to how to be effective, even the protection of the level of physicality that you can have as an on-ball defender. The hand checking. Yeah. It's super. And you look at Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, and you can go down the list of offensive players, Luka Doncic, all this stuff. They can use that arm to kind of push off, and they have the fine line to where it's an offensive foul and where they're creating space for themselves. I think that line has gone way too far. There's so much pushing off with ball handlers in this league to be able to get themselves a shot. And it puts the defense at such a major disadvantage. But that's kind of what the league wants to focus on, is the offense. And listen, I'm not asking for 80, games in the 80s, but I'm also to me, I personally, and I might be in the minority of this, I really like to see a team that can sit down, get into people. And to me, that the offense, when you can score that way, is better. Look at the era with Michael Jordan, as a perfect example. You can score against great defenders. It just ups like your game on the offensive end. And when that happens, when you can see a lockdown defender but still see an offensive player be able to dominate that matchup, I just think that's great basketball. I love that version of basketball.
Katie, I know look, the road trips can be taxing and challenging, but I was curious if there was anything done that was abnormal after the win. Because, look, I mean, it's a win, but they had lost 16 in a row, so anything post-game, bus, flight, that just like, all right, let's acknowledge stopping a terrible streak. Was there anything done that was out of the norm, or just it was kind of business as usual?
I think it was business as usual. There might have been a bottle of wine that was enjoyed somewhere in the cabin ahead of me. But I'm going to be 100% honest, you guys. I'm a narcoleptic. Yeah. The moment I sit down on a plane, I'm always on the first bus out of the arena. There's 2 buses. They leave about, 20 minutes apart or so. So I'll get to the plane on that first bus. I sit down, and before the second bus even arrives, I'm already asleep. Wow. And I land, or when we land is when I wake up. So
that's a superpower. That is a superpower, dude.
Yeah. Listen, it's from years of playing in the WNBA where we flew commercial, and you had back-to-backs, and you're flying out at 6 o'clock in the morning to get to the next city. You have a game that night. You had to be really good at getting your sleep in when you could. And I'm a parent, which I'm perpetually exhausted. So, yes, I couldn't stay awake if I wanted to. I'm being serious.
That's Katie Christensen joining us each and every week. It's a good combo.
Yeah.
Hey, who eats a weirder food now, you or your husband?
Oh, he's pretty straightforward. I don't know. So you guys know tonight is the premiere of season 50 of Survivor, right?
Yeah, I saw a mutual friend hanging out at a Survivor party.
Yeah, absolutely. A little Desi.
Yes.
Friend of both of ours.
Yes.
Yeah, for sure. It's pretty exciting. It's kicking off tonight. So when it comes to the eating things, when he's at home, he eats pretty basic stuff, not necessarily a lot of things that are the color green or vegetable related. But
if you compare it all time, top 5 gross things you've eaten, top 5 gross things he's eaten because of Survivor, who wins?
Oh yeah. Well, I don't think he's ever had to eat anything necessarily disgusting on Survivor. I will say this, there's a lot of people on the show that will eat worms, and they'll catch, there was some snails where you can eat snails on the island. And his first time he was out there for season 48, everyone ate snails, and he's like, no, I'm good. And everyone got sick. And he's like, see, this is why I don't do this. You know what I mean? You go. So for sure, it's me. He's not really an adventurous eater by any stretch of the imagination.
There we go. We agree. That's Katie Christensen. We'll talk in a week. Good luck to the family on Survivor, and we'll be following along. See you next week. Safe travels home.
All right, y'all.
All right, take care. Bye-bye. That's it. What was that?
I don't know.
When we come back, What's on Deck, brought to you by Trex Decking and Railing. And then we'll get to some crosstalk with Matt and Kayla. What will it be today?
Who knows?
Who knows? Nobody knows. We'll do that next.
Listen to the #1 sports lineup in Sacramento.
The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross, Matt George, and Kayla Anderson. The Drive Guys with Kevin Gleason and Alan Stiles.
Every weekday live and local 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Online at SactownSports.com or download the app right on your phone. Your #1 source for all your Northern California sports. Sactown Sports 1140.
When a person is seriously injured, there's no substitute for the personal legal relationship offered by the local NorCal firm of Ashton and Price. From the first attorney meeting, every important decision is made with a direct consultation with, and I can't believe I have to say this, a real, live, experienced, flesh and blood local attorney. It's called Home Court Advantage for a reason. Ashton and Price, serious local attorneys for serious people with serious injuries with no fee until we win. For the best local advice, don't think twice. Call Ashton and Price.
Spring is here, and there's really nothing better than hitting the open road in a new Honda. Whether you're shopping new or pre-owned, Stockton Honda has the selection and savings, plus get top dollar for your trade. And while life's roads are often filled with bumps, buying from Stockton Honda couldn't be smoother. Wherever the road you travel might lead, Stockton Honda is happy to get you there. Come in today or go to StocktonHonda.com.
Anytime, anywhere, it's all here. StocktonHonda.com.
Country in the Park is back. May 8th and 9th at Cal Expo. Miranda Lambert. John Party. Chris
Chris Young, Turnpike Troubadours, Dylan Scott, and more. Line dancing, mechanical bulls, and food trucks. Make it a lucky night out of live country music and dancing for your crew. Tickets start at only $68. Country in the Park, May 8th and 9th at Cal Expo with Bar None Auction, Sky River Casino, and Trex Decking and Railing. More info at CITPFest.com.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You sort through tons of resumes and you get too many so-so applicants. You're just waiting for someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now, there's a place where you can meet them fast. ZipRecruiter.
Need to hire right away. Start your search for strong candidates. The right fit awaits. Build your team. Build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try it for free. And you're on your way to meeting your match. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. So try it now. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
Guys, did you know your testosterone affects everything in your system, including how you feel and perform every day? Right now, Revive Men's Health Sacramento will check your testosterone for free. Knowing your T levels is the first step in understanding if you have low T. Your testosterone level impacts your energy, libido, sleep, weight, hair loss, mood, and even ED. Maintaining an appropriate T level can change your whole life. Most men start to see changes in their hormone levels in their 30s. Experience and results matter. So what are you waiting for? Get your T levels checked today by local, experienced, and trusted men's health experts. They've helped thousands of men since 2011. They're so confident they can help you, they even guarantee it. Call Revive today and schedule your free testosterone test, free exam, and free consultation. Call Revive Men's Health at 916-277-8599. That's 916-277-8599. Or visit ReviveMen'sHealth.com.
The winter service event is on at Maida Subaru. Now is the time to let Maida Subaru get your Subaru road ready for the winter weather with exceptional savings on tires, brakes, wiper blades, and more. See all the service specials at MaidaSubaru.com.
Ladies and gentlemen,
this is gonna be fun.
It's time for What's on Deck, brought to you by Trex Decking and Railing.
All right. What's on tap? Brought to you by Trex.
What's on what?
What's on deck?
Yep.
Brought to you by Trex Decking
and Railing.
And Railing. I see Jess in the chat.
Hi, Jess.
She's usually busy on other shows. It's nice to see her drop in here and make an appearance. Kings Rockets tonight, 5 p.m. I wish I could listen to that on the radio.
You can.
Don't lie to me, Jason.
You can listen to it.
Don't lie to me, Chris. I can't take it. I can't take any more disappointment in what's already a disappointing world. I just want to listen to the Sacramento Kings on my radio. That's all I want to do tonight.
On the radio.
Radio. Right here on Sactown Sports. What do you know? The game of the eve. Oklahoma City taking on Detroit. Unfortunately, not really, though, because 40% of OKC's starting lineup is out. Shea Gilgeous.
Thunder.
Feel the Thunder.
Pistons
and the Thunder. Spurs Raptors. That'll be a fun little tip match. I don't know. Tete-a-tete.
Two teams that Kawhi Leonard played for. DeMar DeRozan played for.
That's right.
Rasho Nesterovic played. I don't know.
Steve Kerr played for one of them.
Okay.
Canada versus Texas. This time it's for real.
That really is a rodeo road trip.
Warriors at Grizz. With Celtics at Nuggets.
Okay.
I'll watch that.
You will?
Nope.
Okay.
I have the I'd much rather stuff get randomly taken out of the studio than fix that.
Mm-hmm.
Or the TV.
Mm-hmm.
TV's not. That's kind of. Yeah. I got to bring in the.
better get mentally ready for this conversation you're having.
Well, the problem is I got another 2 conversations before this conversation.
2 now?
Well, today already on. I can't really say. You'll agree. I can't really. I don't want to. I have a thing to do here. A meeting. Remember that?
Oh yeah, that was the one that's supposed to be a while ago.
Yeah, but you know.
What time is that one?
That one's supposed to be at 10 a.m.
But it's a little delayed.
But now it's going to be delayed because we're at least 2 of us talking to the big boss afterwards.
66%.
66%. Well, it's kind of like OKC tonight, except for one of our starters is out.
Yeah.
And then I got to have our conversation.
Wow. You might still be here when I come back for the Kings today.
Might be.
Yeah.
I'm kind of hungry.
Pizza.
Oh, I left my banana in the car.
That's personal.
Yeah.
Also, don't forget, MJF is finally going to make his decision on if he's going to face Hangman Adam Page in a Texas death match at AEW Revolution, which was set up right here in Sacramento last week.
He calls him MJF. You know what the world calls him? Michael J. Fox. Yeah.
No?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I totally forgot. Guys, I had a movie idea while I was on vacation. I did.
You didn't tweet it?
I didn't. I wanted to save it for you guys. Okay. All right. Let me preface this for a second. As always, I'm incredibly honest. Okay?
No offense.
I love Michael J. Fox. There's no but. I love Michael J. Fox. He's one of my favorite actors growing up.
Incredible in Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Yes. I think he was probably.
Teen Wolf.
Secret of My Success.
Hollywood.
Doc Hollywood. Oh, yeah, but there was drugs and stuff in that. It was too serious for me. Did you know Night Ranger sang the song Secret of My Success, the theme song?
No.
Secret of my success. Some on the edge.
I paid my taxes.
24 hour, 25. Anyways.
Alex B. Keaton.
Back to the Future 4.
No.
Starring Michael J. Fox.
No.
Why not?
No one wants to do it.
Why?
Well, present.
Thank you,
your case.
Jason Ross, open-minded person.
I've got the gavel to knock you out.
So you might go, well, hold on. In case you didn't know, Michael J. Fox is suffering from Parkinson's. Would that be a distraction? We don't remember Marty McFly going through what Michael J. So, and it's not something you can hide or act your way out of. It's a real-life affliction. My grandfather had it. You know that. But what if you wrote it into the story? What if Marty and Jennifer, so they had their kids, and something about the kids, and then Doc Holliday's
let's say one of the kids tries and does a robbery with Biff's kid, Biff's grandkid, Griff, and
Griff.
Who would even think of that?
But the twist here, and this is how you write it into it, Michael J. Fox's character is suffering after effects from all the time travel. And that's how you write it into the movie. And his kids want to go do the thing, and he's got to tell, hey, it hasn't been all hearts and flowers since all my trips back. We thought it was. We were the first people to ever time travel. And you know what the time traveling did? It kind of messed me up. And so I need to prevent you guys from doing the same thing. He hasn't talked to his kids in a long time. Why? I don't know. We'd have to write that into the whole thing. But you could actually write in what Michael J. Fox is going through as after effects of all the time travel from all the Back to the Futures. They just go from there. Back to the Future 4.
But you don't have any plot for it.
I haven't thought. The only part I've thought of is writing what he's giving. I want Michael J. Fox can still act.
And so what were the kids going back for? To maybe
prevent him from time traveling? No, that's not going to work. Something about the dog? Mr. Fusion? I haven't gotten that far. The only far I've gotten is how to write Michael J. Fox in a starring role.
What happened to Doc?
He's still with us, Christopher Lloyd.
Did any of the time travel stuff happen to him?
No. His hair protected him from it. Something like that. He was wearing his suit.
I don't see any
because wasn't he wearing the silver suit, the spaceman suit, and Michael J. Fox was just wearing his Calvin Klein's and
vest
stuff?
and
his vest?
He was wearing a radioactive suit as well.
Was he?
Yeah. That's what. Remember remember when he tricks his dad?
But not
from
all.
the planet Vulcan.
I just want more Michael J. Fox.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
It's definitely a no for me, dog.
It was a no from you before I even started.
Yeah, you had no chance.
I had no.
You said Back to the Future 4. He said
no.
None of them want to do it.
Well, what if? What do you mean?
They haven't been presented this gem of an idea.
I want to say the Zemeckis brothers might even have something in their contract where no one can make another one without their approval. And they're like, we are definitely not bringing it back. They didn't even want to make the sequels.
Yeah, well, guess what? If the money's right.
No, consume.
I mean, who exactly is, who's rich out of that? I mean, well, Michael J. Fox probably.
I would say those Zemeckis brothers. Christopher Lloyd's probably getting a pretty penny.
Well, just because you say nobody wants to do it, let's see what the
Crispin Glover.
Let's see what the actor who played Biff says. He wrote a song.
When I'm flying in a plane or I'm on the street, there's a lot of famous people that I like to meet. They shake my hand and never ask my name, and they start asking questions that are always the same. Hey, what's Michael J. Fox like? He's nice. What's Michael J. Fox like? Nice guy. What's Michael J. Fox like? He's an alien. Stop asking me the question.
This is different.
No.
Yeah.
I went to the bar mitzvah of my nephew Josh. Now I'm not Jewish, but I like to nosh. Put on my yarmulke, started to pray. When the rabbi leaned over and I heard him say, hey, was that real manure? No, it wasn't. Was that real manure? No. Was that real manure? It's a movie. Stop asking me the question.
It's not the one he and I've heard.
Can we take your picture? Come on, look mean. Would you call my friend a butthead on his answering machine? Hey, questions, just fill my head. I went to my doctor said, hey, what does a key grip do? Set up lights. What does the best boy do?
Help the key grip.
What does a producer do?
I don't know.
Stop asking me the question. Do you all hang out together? No, we don't. How's Crispin Glover? Never talk to him. Back to the Future 4. Not happening. Stop asking me the question. Hey, who's the nicest famous guy you know? Adam Sandler. Who is the biggest jerk? Gary Busey. How much money do you make? More than you do. So stop asking me the question. Thanks a lot, everybody.
So the problem here is one of two things. Either that's the one you've seen, or you're wrong.
No, I've seen multiple versions.
Because
that's a little different. There's some same.
Yeah, most of the content's the same, but he doesn't keep repeating this. Like in the beginning where it says, what's Michael J. Fox like? He doesn't keep repeating that three times. Same with the manure thing. Yeah. He's got other lines in there.
He is my favorite actor from the Back to the Future movies.
And?
Or was that just...
No, I just want to let you know.
Oh, yeah. Is he really?
Yeah. He was in Blood In, Blood Out.
That's the one I saw up the top one.
This one up top?
The blue.
Where he has here. Just let me...
we got to go.
Do we have to go? I just want to play the first...
right.
The first... just the very first verse here. Just so we can illustrate why it's different. And then we'll go.
When I'm flying in a plane or I'm on the street, there's a lot of friendly people that I like to meet. They shake my hand but never ask my name, and they start asking questions that are always the same. Hey, what's Michael J. Fox like? He's nice. What's Christopher Lloyd like? Kind of quiet.
See? That's the difference. Say what?
Oh.
So you were wrong. We'll be right back. Crosstalk Celebrity Birthdays next.
Listen to the #1 sports lineup in Sacramento.
The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross, Matt George, and Kayla Anderson. The Drive Guys with Kevin Gleason and Alan Stiles.
Every weekday live and local 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Online at SactownSports.com or download the app right on your phone. Your #1 source for all your Northern California sports. Sactown Sports 1140.
Hey, it's Carmichael Dave. I got to tell you, I am so excited to get this decking project started with Trex Decking and Railings. From the first time I stepped foot in the showroom last week, I was so impressed. So many color options, heat-resistant composite deck. What does that mean? That means I don't have to do any maintenance on it whatsoever. They even have a deck designer, so you can go online and see what your dream deck will look like on your house. Just visit Trex, that's TREX.com to get it started. Tell them Carmichael Dave sent you.
When life calls for a little extra, a kitchen upgrade, paying off debt, or that dream vacation, Valley Strong Credit Union is here to help. With a Valley Strong home equity loan, you can tap into your home's value with competitive rates, flexible terms, and local guidance you can trust. Get approved in as little as 5 minutes, with funding in as few as 5 days. Your goals are within reach. Visit valleystrong.com to get your offer today. Valley Strong Credit Union. Grow your possibilities. Equal housing lender, NMLS number 456506.
We just want to have enough money for retirement.
And travel to visit our grandchildren.
I understand. That's why at Fisher Investments, we start by getting to know each other, so I can learn about your family, lifestyle, goals and needs, allowing us to tailor your portfolio.
What about commission-based products?
We don't sell those. We're a fiduciary, obligated to act in your best interest.
So how do your management fees work?
We have a simple management fee based on the value of your portfolio, so we do better when you do better.
We appreciate that kind of transparency.
We also check in with you regularly to keep you up to date on the markets and your portfolio.
Well, what other services do you offer?
As a client, you have access to resources on investing, financial planning, estate planning, Social Security, Medicare, and more.
Wow, sounds like Fisher Investments has everything we need.
At Fisher Investments, we're clearly different. Learn more at fisherinvestments.com.
Investing in securities involves the risk of loss.
With Progressive's Name Your Price tool, you can choose the best coverage option for you. Because you know you. Like, you know you can't cook. You're not one of those people who say that they can, but when people come over for dinner, they find out the hard way, you can't. You can't even microwave popcorn, and that's literally just one button. Plus, measuring and patience are huge parts of cooking, and that's just not you. Only you know you. So get coverage options within your budget with Progressive's Name Your Price tool. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
Jackson Hewitt knows taxes are complicated, and with multiple jobs and tax forms, they're like Sonata complicated. Our no surprise pricing keeps things simple. Jackson Hewitt does your taxes for only $149 or less. And since we know all the new tax codes, you could get thousands back. So what are you waiting for? Hurry. File with Jackson Hewitt today for only $149 or less, guaranteed. Limited time offer for new clients on federal returns. Participating locations only. Terms at jacksonhewitt.com/149.
Hurry in and save big during Honda's President's Day sales event at Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop.
Hurry in and save on our best selection of new Hondas. Each is priced to sell now. Folsom Lake Honda is your one-stop Honda shop for great pricing on a giant selection of new CRVs, HRVs, Civics, and Accords with low finance and lease options. Plus, get an instant cash offer for your trade. Get to Folsom Lake Honda or go to folsomlakehonda.com.
Folsom Lake Honda, yeah, your one-stop Honda shop.
Golf to Go is brought to you by the Hagen Oaks Golf Super Shop. Here's Frank LaRosa.
How far do you hit your 7-iron? The answers will tell you which tees to play, according to Josh Sens in Golf Magazine. Deep down, you know you shouldn't be playing from the tips, but it's common for golfers to play from too far back. Aside from higher scores, rounds become a grind and golf becomes much less fun. After several years of research, the USGA unveiled a new data-driven offering to find the proper tees called Best Tees. If you know how far you hit your 7-iron, Best Tees will tell you which tee boxes to play. A typical male golfer should be playing from 6,100 yards and a typical female golfer from 4,400 yards. Most players have a good idea of their 7-iron distance, with average male's distance of 138 yards and average female's of 100 yards. Throw out the occasional perfect shot, which travels more than those distances, and concentrate on your average. This will allow you to reach the vicinity of most greens in regulation and let you hit a variety of clubs on approach shots. Leave your ego at home and give it a chance. You'll have more fun. That's your Golf to Go. I'm Frank LaRosa.
It's time for the news of the day.
The latest headlines, the biggest stories, hard-hitting analysis.
Yeah, this is none of those things.
And now,
here's Carmichael Dave and Jason Ross.
But I think of all the fruits.
Right.
If I had to pick like my favorite fruit candy flavor,
sure.
I think watermelon 1, cherry 2, grape 3, strawberry 4.
Watermelon candy's not good.
Okay.
You don't think so?
Wow.
But you like grape everything. Yeah, grape is good.
I think if the sales staff is listening, I would like to give one of you guys an idea. I think there's room to sponsor the Matt George absolutely serial killer take of the day. Just like something like it would not
Brought to you
surprise.
by serial killers?
You know what? Brought to you by Cheerios.
There we go.
Because they kill all other cereals, right? Something like that. We got to be creative. You're probably, speaking of, you're probably a guy that, like, if you said, I like to pour my milk in before the cereal.
No, that's.
I'm just.
that's
Now
I
that's
go
a no.
sock shoe,
Bizarre.
sock shoe.
No, I don't.
No.
Like the watermelon Mike and Ike is not that good.
It's fantastic.
Okay, so you
Compared
pick
to,
like
but you're
average
cherry.
candy.
What's
at
a good
best.
watermelon? Well, like I guess the
Bubblicious.
Oh,
Like,
God, that's the goat.
That's
Big League
Thank you.
Chew.
Big League
That's
Chew.
a
That's candy.
Jolly
stuff.
Rancher.
Jolly Ranchers.
Jolly Rancher
Now and
watermelon
Laters.
is
Ooh, now
that
Laters.
and green apple are the
Absolutely.
best.
green apple is very
Fruit
good.
roll-ups.
Grape and cherry.
Remember
Jolly
fruit
Ranchers.
roll-ups?
I like cherry.
We have those.
I
a lot
love
now.
cherries.
Yeah.
No, for sure. Do they still have
Yes,
the ones where
I
you
got it the other day.
where you unroll the circle and you peel it off?
Correct.
Oh, I love those.
We have them
yeah.
all the time in our house.
5% real fruit.
They still have the ones
Yeah.
that tattoo your tongue. That's a thing.
What?
It is?
Yeah, like if the flat ones, the long,
Yeah.
flat ones. You can there's like a little picture on it, and you put your tongue on it,
What
and you
in-
peel it off, and it's a tattoo on your
That's
tongue.
what
It's not
we're
a joke.
teaching our kids.
It's not a joke. No, it's been that way since I was a kid.
Can someone find those and bring those in? I will reimburse you. That'd be a great segment.
I'll bring in.
No, because he still hasn't gotten me my egg maker. So, you think that's gonna is gonna float away?
It was feisty today. I'm scared.
Oh, I'm sorry. Are we talking about things that we committed to do that we haven't?
Well-
okay. Is that where we're?
Oh,
are we
to
doing
have
that?
lunch?
Yeah. Is that what we're doing?
That wasn't my fault that we had a meeting that day.
Okay.
When the bosses call.
It wasn't my fault.
The bosses
Interesting
Thanks for inviting
that
me to lunch,
once you have lunch with Kayla, that will be the same amount of lunches that we have had together.
That's not true. We've had breakfasts.
So you
Yeah.
so
What
you
are you
invited Kayla to lunch, but
First off, I've had meals with you. Secondly, we've
when?
been to Black Bear Diner at least twice.
I haven't.
When?
When did you hold on? When did you didn't go with
I've never been to Black
there with
Bear
I've been there
Diner.
with Katie and Jay Mars. I've been there with Jason.
Nope.
I haven't been there with Jason.
You have, not with me.
That's not my fault. You were invited.
I was
It right
invited. When
after
was
the
I
show.
invited?
You probably
Still-
had work or something.
Still waiting to know
I
when
thought
we
you and
went.
I did something like Biscuits
Literally
or
never.
Players or something.
Literally never.
What?
We went to Black Bear Diner?
Have we never been to Black
Is
Bear
that
Diner?
is Dave just making stuff
The
up
only
now?
establishment we've ever been to together is when we as a station went for a draft, fantasy draft party, and you.
With
The only
with
words.
Sherritt's?
Yes.
Wasn't
and
that
the-
when Doug brought his giant grapes?
Yes, and
Yeah.
the only thing you said to me during that
And he put
entire
him right in the
party,
table.
Yeah.
He did. The only thing you said to me during that entire party was, "Hurry up and make your pick." That's the only thing you
Oh
said to
my
me.
god! The fact that he remembers
And
that.
we were on a show together.
That's incredible. Hurry up and make your pick.
Dave makes his fantasy football picks in 10 seconds or less, and if you go any remotely longer
So,
than that, he gets
Kayla, if you're getting all of this information,
Yeah.
don't really count on this
Okay.
lunch.
Trying to be nice.
Perfect.
Sue me for trying to be nice.
Okay, now I want to take Kayla to lunch before.
Yeah,
doing
All right.
this.
Good luck.
We'll get it done,
There'll
Chris.
be a meeting.
Does anyone want to take me to lunch?
No.
All right.
Because if we take you somewhere to eat, I don't want that. Oh,
Whoa, hold on. That's not true. Where would we go?
I don't know.
Cool. Just like talking to my wife.
The Limelight.
I'd go.
It's too spicy.
No, I love spicy.
Oh, he said that, Chris.
What is
Take him
he
to the
looking-
spicy.
I love spicy.
Wait, did you just do it?
Yeah. Yeah, so relax. Haymaker's on the way. I did promise
bring it in.
Yes, at some point.
That's another story.
I'll leave the little bag by the door. That's what I do to remember stuff.
Okay.
I'm excited.
I don't want to steal your guys' thunder later today, but you came in saying you're going to have a debate.
Oh, about fruits and veggies?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's our pick a side segment.
Now, when you say pick a side, is that like in general, like of any argument, or are you talking about specifically a side, like a side dish?
No, like a side of our argument.
Oh,
like,
okay. That could
veggies
go
or
either way.
fruit. But you can't just pick it. You got to put up a fight for why you're picking it.
Are you doing the thing, too, where like a tomato's a fruit?
Hell no. Okay. I'm not touching that. Tomatoes are squishy and too juicy, and I just don't like them.
You don't like tomatoes?
I like them in sauce, but eating them
What about
just
a
out
sandwich?
of the canister.
Sandwich?
Yeah, I'd go for it.
Stuffed?
They get a little soggy.
Like you oven bake them with some cream cheese and breadcrumbs and
Peppers
stuff?
now, I'm talking. That's good stuff.
Jason, your thoughts?
Love them.
Yeah.
Tomatoes, yeah. Peppers too.
Just like when they're hot, though.
Yeah, hot
Really?
tomato.
Hot tomato?
Does no one want to take me to lunch?
No.
1-800-920-1140.
I'll take you somewhere, or we'll get you some buttered noodles, and you'll be in heaven.
That's what my nephew eats.
I mean, no lie. Buttered
Chicken
noodles.
nuggies?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Matt looks forward to ordering off the
Happy
kids.
meal.
I get
That's
the
what
I
I
get the
ate
burger
last
at the
night.
Mexican
Kid.
restaurant. Yeah.
What'd you have?
Chicken nuggies last night.
Nothing wrong
I'm
with
so.
chicken nuggies.
Dino nuggets.
My
Elite.
My son has a box of Dino Nuggets in the
Oh,
freezer at home, and I'm not gonna lie, I've grabbed
Let's
a couple.
go. When you need it, they're there.
Uncrustables?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, those are good.
Oh yeah.
What?
Usually has them in here.
Oh, does he? Yeah.
No, that was
Usually.
1 week. I've been veggie strawing it
That
up.
was
He's been
1
healthy.
week.
Hey, it's man. That's the second time that song's been mentioned
What's on
today.
top of the veggie straws over there?
That's a fruit. That's a fruit bar. It's like a healthy fruit roll up. It sucks.
Oh wow.
Oh wait, I didn't see
It
that
is.
yet.
Interesting.
That's new.
Maybe somebody will invent veggie roll-ups for Kayla,
Oh.
since that's her preference.
Yeah.
Yeah. That'd be
It's a
great.
strawberry
These
fruit.
aren't bad.
Yeah,
these
that's
are
what we were
actually
just
pretty
talking
good.
about. Is that?
No, but it's not a fruit roll up.
It's not a fruit roll.
Oh, it's like a
It's
fruit.
like-
Strawberry strip.
Yeah.
No.
Straw.
That's what it said.
Listen,
A what? A strawberry strip?
The strawberry strip. That's a good name.
nickname in high school.
That's what you went with?
Celebrity birthday. Oh, it's from Good and Gather.
Yeah.
What's that?
A store brand. I don't know.
Celebrity birthday is brought to you by Crumble Cookies.
Oh, jeez.
Hey, Crumble Cookies.
Oh, my fruit bar.
Better than vegetables.
We haven't had those since I started filling in here.
I
Remember?
know, and we don't want to talk about why.
Oh, okay.
Let's just say
Okay.
We've had nothing on our show. In fact, we've given away less than other shows have
they
given
did their
away.
research on you.
Damn.
And
Found out
we haven't seen Crumble Chris in a while. And
Crumble Chris got scared.
who?
Crumble Chris.
Oh, poor little Crumble Quiz.
He will take you to lunch.
Crumble Quiz.
I'll take anybody at lunch. I'm just getting the egg makers. For the record, you're now my fourth person here. I've got an egg maker for third or fourth.
That's impressive.
Yep.
You weren't here, ding.
He's here now.
Dang.
I don't know what that was.
Maybe you should take him to go to pedicure
What?
sometime soon.
All right, let's go, Chief.
Back to you, Chief.
All right, happy birthday to Ric Flair.
Oh, wow.
Baseball player?
Yep.
Ooh.
74.
78.
Go ahead, Chris.
77.
Yeah, he's 75.
We have a correct answer. Goes to Christopher Lottie. Is 77. Bo Nix.
Oh, I'm Chris. I'm going to pretend like I'm thinking, even though I know the answer. Bonus.
Oh, Nix. He's a little bit older.
It's 25.
Yeah, 25. I'm going with 25.
26.
24.
We have a correct answer. Goes to Matt George. 26.
God, he is old.
Very old.
Let's see. Where else do we want to go here? Dave, this is for you. Sally Jesse Raphael.
Who the hell is
Is
that?
JR still alive?
Former talk show host.
Good
I had
for her.
teacher
Did she
that
play
was
for
on
OKC?
Sally Jesse Raphael.
Really? Sally Jesse.
Salad?
SJR.
Hey, you go first.
That was pretty good.
Yes, go first.
Salad bar dressing.
Sally Jesse Raphael.
Is that 3 people?
SJR.
Let's just, I'm not going to say anything other than
Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego? Like, what is it?
swimsuit edition.
Ew.
Oh, no.
Fine.
Ew.
Trying to do a thing.
All right,
I'm picturing that.
let's do 44.
Good guess. Pretty close. I'm going to say 80.
Oh, shoot.
82.
83.
You said swimsuit edition.
That's
why I said
right.
bleh.
But then your partner was like, and she almost.
Is in black and white?
What did you say, Matt?
44.
He's close.
If we double Matt's guess, we're still low.
Oh,
Wow.
91.
Are you kidding?
We just lost Phil Donahue not that
I
long ago.
know.
I think she's the reigning champ.
Yeah.
Pretty soon it's going to be, we're looking at Ricky Lake and Geraldo and the second generation. Oprah, I guess, would count, right?
Yeah.